for the Scottish Schools Championships 2017, sponsored by Brodies. I'm Paul Noble. I'm joined this morning by Robert Taylor, and we're going to take you through the action this morning. Welcome, Robert.
Good morning, Paul. Nice to be here. Nice sunny day in East Kilbride. Pleasure to be with you for this Scottish Schools Championships. Like you say, sponsored by Brodies, who contribute a lot to Scottish schools over the years. Unfortunately, we've not been able to hold this at Tollcross this year due to the refurbishment, but it's nice to get up to East Kilbride and do the session here.
And that's what we're looking forward to this morning. Session 1, number of different age groups here we'll go through. We start off with the longer distances, the 400 freestyles there. And there's the final events of the session as well, moving through to the 100 backstrokes and also the 12 and under finals. 12 and under, of course, are the only events that we have finals for. All the rest are heat declared winners, so it's no holding back in these heats.
It is indeed, yes. The finals for the youngsters on all the primary schools, but seniors are all heat declared. Our referees for the session, Alison Finlayson and Jeremy Chittleborough, with our starters Sheena McCall and Craig McDonald. And on to the first event, Paul.
Indeed, they're easing us in gently, Robert. It's the 400 freestyle. A little bit of time for us to set the scene here. It's the girls' 400 freestyle, and this is an open event, so it's generally the older swimmers who have made it to this stage. As we look at it, lane 1 is on the right hand side of the screen. That's Lauren Perrier from Queen Anne School in Dunfermline, Roisin Ramsey from Heriot's in lane number 2, Ellie Grant from the High School of Dundee in lane number 3, Nikki Miller from Mearns Castle in 4, Alice Alcaraz from Aberdeen Grammar in 5, and Kate Saxon from Mearns Castle in lane number 6. So different dimension here from what we see the Scottish swimming events. They normally swim for clubs or for regions. It's for schools this time, Robert.
It's schools this time, so this time it's the opportunity for them to represent their school. Schools give a lot of these kids support throughout the year to compete, not just for swimming, but for a lot of the sporting events. So the athletes in the pool, obviously very grateful for the support that all the schools all over Scotland give to encourage them competing at all the competitions throughout the year. This has the makings of quite a cracker, this one. Nikki Miller over in lane 4, national age group champion. She's a 17-year-old, and she's turning along with Ellie Grant, an 18-year-old from Dundee. And as you can see in the black cap in lane 2, Roisin Ramsey, 16-year-old, not far behind in the blue cap. On the near side, Lauren Perrier in lane number 1. Nikki's got off to a good start along with Ellie Grant in the centre lane, but don't discount Roisin Ramsey. She normally comes through very strongly in the latter part of the races, Paul.
Yeah, we're just going to halfway point now. Nikki Miller just leading it by 2/100ths of a second. Very, very close indeed. Ellie Grant in second position, just a second and a half behind those two is Roisin Ramsey, as you said, Robert. Those three looking like they are set for the medal positions at the moment, but Nikki Miller looking very strong in this second half of the race. Of course, Nikki Miller, Roisin Ramsey and Alice Alcaraz all swimming in Geneva last weekend.
They were all over at Geneva last weekend. Nikki finished second in this 400 event, and Roisin was third, Alice was sixth. And at the moment, Roisin's still sitting in third place, got quite a lot to do to try and get close to Nikki. Nikki's looking pretty strong. Ellie Grant not out of the picture either, Paul, but she's gone a bit of body length behind. Nikki coming down with 100 to go. 17-year-old looking very, very strong.
Scottish Schools record is held by the great Hannah Miley, set back 10 years ago, in fact. Hannah Miley setting that time at 4:17.86, so that's always going to be a tough ask for anybody in this particular final to compete against that record, but nevertheless Nikki Miller doing very well and stretching away from Ellie Grant there as they come up to the last turn.
Certainly a little bit surprising to see Roisin Ramsey quite a distance behind Nikki in this one. Nikki, as you say, Paul, stretching further and further away. Certainly won't break that 4:17.86. She's probably going to come in somewhere around the 4:22 mark, 4:23. And oh, she's a good 5 metres clear of Ellie Grant, who's also having a very good race. It's all about holding on to second place from her point of view, but Nikki Miller looking very strong with just about 15 to go, coming down, and she's going to be the schools champion at the 400. This is an open event, so all ages can swim this, but Nikki takes this 4:23.03. Good swim from Ellie Grant to take second in 4:27.86, and Roisin Ramsey 4:30.10. She'll be the bronze.
And just coming in for fourth position, Alice Alcaraz, just edging Lauren Pirouet there. Alice Alcaraz 4:37.26, but Nikki Miller very pleased with her morning's work so far. Somewhere in lane 4, just got away from the rest of the field in the second half of that race. Ellie Grant did challenge up to halfway, but Nikki Miller certainly the stronger. And there's the final result on your scoreboard here, as it just disappears right on cue, but it is Nikki Miller confirmed as the champion there.
You see, Nikki, it's nice to see these swimmers today representing their school, and a lot of the schools will give them school caps, so it's lovely to see different caps in the pool, but different from wearing their club caps or district caps, or even Scottish caps when they're competing as Scott and youth abroad, as they would have been last week at Geneva, Paul.
Yeah, real variety here at the Scottish School Swimming Championships 2017, the boys 400 freestyle underway. You'll see the hashtag there. Please send us a tweet. We'll try and give you a mention here on the live stream. Hashtag SSC17 is the hashtag for this event. So the boys 400 is underway. We have Daniel Ferguson in lane 1 from Whitburn, Fraser Allison from Broughton in lane 2, Jack Watson in lane 3 from Aberdeen Grammar, Richard Laird, Mearns Castle, he goes in lane number 4, Jonathan Christie Stonelaw in lane number 5, and Tom Jeffers from Glenalmond in lane number 6. So I wonder if Richard Laird, Robert, can make this a Mearns Castle double. We saw Nikki Miller win that first event of this morning for the Mearns Castle School, and Richard Laird in lane number 4 also representing that school. He's in third place at the moment, but my goodness, there's only about half a second separating the entire field. First to the 100 mark was Jack Watson in lane number 3 from Aberdeen Grammar.
Yeah, the entry times we have here, Paul, 4:08.73 through to 4:14.78. All these times, of course, in different pools across the whole of Scotland, so don't read too much into the times. Not necessarily the fastest entry will win this, but at the moment, Jack Watson well up there along with Fraser Allison. Fraser from Edinburgh, from Broughton High. He's taken it up already. Richard Laird in third place. I had the pleasure of being a referee over at Renfrewshire, where this was where Richard Laird qualified, as did Nikki Miller. So Richard will, as you say, look to double up for Mearns Castle. He's not that far behind. There's three lads fairly tightly bunched at the halfway mark, 2:06.13 through to 2:06.62, half a second in it.
As we saw on that first final, the girls' final, 3 swimmers got away from the rest of the field in about halfway point. Never really looked back from that moment on. Nikki Miller really stamping her authority on that race, but no one here of these 3 seems to be stamping their authority on this one. Very, very close. Jack Watson closest to us, maybe just with, in fact, Fraser Allison closest to us in lane number 2, with a slender lead over Jack Watson 1 lane up, and Richard Laird 1 lane up further. So it is Fraser Allison there at the bottom of your picture, just edging Jack Watson here. It looks like this is going to be a great contest here. as they approach the 300 mark. But Fraser Allison holding on very well, the Broughton swimmer, and Richard Laird not out of it by any means in lane 4.
Certainly expect Richard to come through strongly. Richard much better over the longer distances. As you can see, super turn there from Richard, very much in the pack here. Fraser Allison still maintaining a good half a metre advantage. Interested to see how his younger brother gets on later on in the 200 IM, and he's getting the family off to a good start so far. He's well up there and probably just stretching that advantage, Paul, with 50 to go. He's gone about a body length ahead with 50 to go, with Richard Laird now gone second ahead of Jack Watson. It's game on down this final 50, Paul.
Well, it certainly is. Fraser Allison has set his stall out now. He leads them on the final 50. Jack Watson trying to come back. Richard Laird trying to come back as well. But can they get up alongside Fraser Allison? It looks like Richard Laird coming back very strongly in the closing stages. It's between these two. It's Fraser Allison at the bottom and Richard Laird coming through really strongly at the end, and he will take it. Lane number 4, it's Richard Laird who takes it by half a second in the end, and it is a Mearns Castle double there. The first 2 events for the Mearns Castle swimmers, and what a great finish from Richard Laird there to win that one in 4:13.10 ahead of Fraser Allison, 4:13.66, and in third place Jack Watson, 4:15.13. What a contest, Robert.
Fantastic finish there. As I said, Paul, Richard very strong over the longer distances, and he put that to the test down that final 50. Mr. Figgins, East Kilbride coach Andy Figgins, will be chuffed a bit, because both Nicky and Richard, this is their home pool, so maybe a wee bit of an advantage they have. They'll know what the water's like to swim in, so take advantage of every opportunity you have while you're getting the chance to swim at your home pool, Paul.
Absolutely. East Kilbride has been one of the venues used for the major events in Scottish swimming for many, many years. I remember swimming here myself, and that wasn't yesterday, I can tell you that.
Yeah, you were saying that a wee bit earlier on. Yeah, that was 20 odd years ago, Paul, when the pool was a little bit different. You were showing me pictures earlier on. Very, very interesting to see how it's all changed.
Yeah, it was refurbished a few years ago now, looking very good. The nice little viewpoint from our commentary position, right across the hills, down to the south of East Kilbride there. So we move on to the next event, and moving from the open event through to the youngsters, the girls 12 years and under. 50 metres backstroke, so one length of the pool, Robert. We have in this first event, we have Rose McLean from Inchflew, Hebe Weavers from Dollan Academy, J. Clark from Inverlochie, Abby Armstrong from Eastern Primary School, Ella Stevenson from Carnbro, and Neve McIntosh from Renfrewshire.
And these girls will be getting underway very shortly, but what they're now going to do is give us the presentation for the 400 freestyle for both the ladies and gents. So our 1, 2, 3. There we have Rasheen Ramsey, the 16-year-old from Heriot's in Edinburgh, getting a bronze medal. Hayley Grant from the High School of Dundee, our silver medalist. And our gold medalist. And Scottish Schools Champion 2016 from Mearns Castle, Nicky Miller. That gentleman, your shot, is Scott Haxton, the president of Scottish Schools. Incidentally, he's also the coach of Arbroath St Thomas. So a lot of the people poolside, they do a heck of a lot for Scottish swimming. Nice to see Scott here, not wearing his usual kit, poolside, all dressed up. And on to the lads, representing Aberdeen Grammar School, Jack Watson, our bronze medalist. Just pipped at the death there. Groton High School's Fraser Allison is our silver medalist. Other youth squad members up Fraser. And Richard Laird, again, senior bronze squad member, Mearns Castle representing school, and he is our gold medalist and Scottish Schools champion for 2017.
Well, we'll see these swimmers again for the rest of the day. A one-day competition, of course.
Yeah, these swimmers have the opportunity to compete and qualify for 2 events. Some of the schools, some of the districts may do 3 events or 4 events, but some only do 2, and if they've got times they will qualify and be put forward, and if they're successful they'll be in the finals. The older age group 17, 18, 19, there is only the 1 heat, but for the 13, 14, 15, 16 we have 2 heats. They'll come later, but on to our youngsters. This is heats and we'll have finals at the end. And off to a good start in lane number 4, Abby Armstrong. So this is the makings of a pretty tight one again, Paul.
Well, it could well be the first time that some of these 12 years and unders have swum at a major event. Abby Armstrong going very well in that green cap. Evie J. Clark from Inverlochie as well in lane number 3. Looks like these 2 are heading them. Of course, the top 6 from the 2 heats will qualify for the final, but it does look like Abby Armstrong will get that one. Well, time not coming up on our scoreboard, but certainly it looks like Abby Armstrong will get that one ahead of Evie J. Clark. Looks like a little bit of a problem with the timing pads there, Robert, so we're going to have to wait for that result.
Certainly looked like Abby took that. Ella in lane 5, Ella Stevenson was second, and Evie J. Clark was third. Very much a question of getting as good a time you can in these heats. The top 6 will qualify for the final at the very end of the session, Paul. So the way this is seeded, the two or three faster swimmers will be in the middle heats. So by seeding, we should end up with lane 3, lane 4 and 2. That's how it should go, but it didn't go to plan in that one, Paul. It was lane 4 and 5 over the far side.
Yeah, it was a good swim there from Abby Armstrong with that distinctive green cap that she had on there, taking that one. We're still waiting for confirmation of the result from that first heat. That's what the delay is there. And the second heat are ready to go. We do have Drew McKenzie in lane 1 from Armadale, Sophie Ferguson from Longnidree in lane 2, Rachel Saunders from Watson's in 3, Logan Colville from Dallantoba in 4, Rosie Kavanagh from Rue Primary School in 5, and Imogen Payton from McLean Primary School in lane number 6. So just resetting these electronics. Robert, I mean, you're a referee. You have these problems from time to time.
Yeah, when the race doesn't finish correctly with the pads, as a matter of course, we often have to just do a double check, make sure that all the equipment's running properly. So they'll do a test start, just check everything's fine, and all being well, we're ready to go.
Can't be very good for these 12 years and under girls to have this little bit of a long wait here, but they're underway now. Referee's long whistle telling the swimmers can enter the water for this one length 50 metres backstroke. The favourite for this one, Rachel Saunders, fastest lane in lane number 3.
Very important to get off to a very good start off the wall, and over in lane 6, Imogen Payton from McLean Primary School, she got off to a good start, as did Rachel Saunders and Logan Colville in the middle lanes, and already it's Rachel in lane 3. She's almost a body length ahead of Logan in lane 4. Rest of the field all very tightly bunched, but no doubt about the winner of this one, Rachel Saunders. Look at the time, probably around the 35-second mark. Again, problems with the board here. Lane 4 showing on the screen. There we are, lane 3. Indeed, just the touch wasn't quite right. 35-37. Rachel's winning time. Second was in lane number 4. Logan Convo and Sophie Ferguson in third. 37-15, 37-18. There you have it.
Well, very tight finish there. I wonder if that'll be vital in terms of making the final here. Just 3/100ths of a second. Top 6 from the 2 heats will qualify for that final, and that will be at the towards the end of the session this morning. But very tight finish there between second and third. No doubt about the winner though, Rachel Saunders in that red cap of Warrender, taking that one, of course, representing Watson School now.
Now on to the boys. They have 2 heats again of backstroke. So in lane 1 we have Charlie Gillespie from Lawhead Primary. 2 is Cameron Arthur from Ellen. 3 is Travis Davey from Inchtour. Callum O'Reilly in 4 from St Andrews. Lane 5, Ray Sutherland from Miller. And in 6, Fergus Curry from Glasgow. So these lads will be in the water in a wee moment.
It's like these 50 backstroke, these 50 events have put the kibosh on the time and equipment. A little bit more of a delay as well. We've still got the result of the girls' heat on the scoreboard here in the venue. Just waiting for that to tick over. We've had a few tweets in though. Alison Kennedy says, good luck to my brother Blair Kennedy and his school and everyone else at Scottish Swimming Championships today. Blair Kennedy about to go in the second heat of this one, so that's well timed there, Alison, for your tweet there. Good luck to your brother in this next heat. And Jay McMillan, good luck to all the swimmers competing at the Scottish schools today. Several swimming clubs tweeting in: Midlothian SC, Lanark SC, and of course some tweets from Brodies, our sponsors, who have been big supporters of the Scottish Schools Championships over the years. I've lost count of the number of years that Brodies have supported these championships.
Yeah, they certainly were doing it when my kids were swimming. That wasn't yesterday either, Paul. A little bit after your time, certainly, sir, but it goes back a long,
Thanks,
long
Robert.
time.
The boys are just about to go now for this next heat. Charlie Gillespie, Cameron Arthur, Travis Davey, Callum O'Reilly, Lewis Sutherland and Fergus Curry. That is the lineup for this one. Good start, good work underwater there from Travis Davey in lane number 3, giving him a little bit of an advantage there. Fergus Curry going well in the outside lane as well, giving himself a chance to make that final. And it does look like Fergus Curry is going really well there from Glasgow High School. Maybe lane 3 coming through. Travis Davey from Inchtour Primary School might just head this one, but the swimmer in the outside lane, Fergus Curry, giving himself a great chance here in this first heat. It is lane 3 in 36.28. That's Travis Davey, but Fergus Curry, well, he meant business there right from the start, and he gets second position, 36.85, ahead of lane number 2, Cameron Arthur from Ellen. So a bit of a surprise there, outside lane flyer, giving himself a great chance of making the final.
Certainly did. On to second heat, we have Blair Kennedy in 1 from Hamilton, Kenzie Marwick from Jamestown in 2, Ewan Brown, Bearstown Academy in 3, Elliot Rowe from Durris in 4, Owen Carroll from Andrews in 5, and Freddie Talbot Hay from Granton in 6. Very good start in lane number 4 there for Elliot Rowe. He's got off the cracker. Also there in lane 2, Mackenzie Marwick, and they at the moment just seem to shade it. Lane 5, Owen Carroll not far behind, and it's hard to pick out a winner in this one. 2 and 4 are well there. That's Mackenzie Marwick and Elliot Rowe. And coming down, it looks as though it's going to be Mackenzie in lane 2 who's going to take this just ahead of lane 4, Elliot Rowe. Very close for third. Lane 1, I think, got up to take third. So Paul's just disappeared again, which is almost the curse of death here, Paul. When the screen goes blank, we would half expect there might be a technical infringement. Someone might not have done something correctly. We'll wait for our officials to confirm whether everything's okay or not. Interesting, the time, I think, of the third swimmers seem to come in round about the 37 mark, so maybe the first 2 or 3 in each of these heats will qualify for the final. We'll be able to confirm that later on, Paul, but that's the way it might shape up.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for these results again. The scoreboard just not quite giving us the result we wanted. As you said, Robert, could well be a technical infringement. So we'll wait for those results there. Remember, keep your tweets coming in. Here's the hashtag there, hashtag SSSC17.
And the result, no change. Everyone is actually still showing on the board, so no technical infringement. 36.42. That's Mackenzie's time. Elliott 36.90 and Blair Kennedy 37.85. Now 37.73 was the third place in the previous heat, so I'm pretty sure that 1, 2, 3 in each of the first and second heats will be our qualifiers, but as I say, Paul will wait for everyone to confirm that.
Of course, the screen went black there, Robert. We can see it. You can't really see it on your picture there, but the scoreboard went blank, which generally means there is some sort of problem there. But what would happen if one of the judges would then say, "Oh, we might have a potential problem"? They would go to the referees.
There would be an announcement over the tannoy between the headsets, and sure enough, the referee would then say, "Could you hold the result until I get confirmation?" And they may accept the report, or it might just be something that the judge has seen that doesn't actually relate to disqualification. But yeah, it's important that it gets clarified for the benefit of the swimmer. That's the end of the day. We don't want to be disqualifying the kids. We're here to do the best for all the swimmers.
Your top officials here, all dressed in white around the pool side here. Top Scottish swimming officials officiating here at the Scottish School Swimming Championships 2017. We're on to the girls' 200 metres breaststroke now. We have Heather Stevenson from Carluke High in lane 1, Ava Simpson from Lockerbie in lane number 2, Georgia Officer from Elgin in lane 3, Shannon Riley from Cardinal in lane number 4, Grace Robertson from Watson's in 5, and Ellie Forsyth in lane 6 from Uddingston. So again, this is heat declared winners. Robert, 2 heats in this one, so again a little bit of a difference to the first few events that we've seen here. We saw straight finals for the 400 freestyles, we see finals for the 50 metres backstrokes, but this is 2 heats, and it's the fastest 3 times from the 2 heats that will get the medals.
It is indeed. With the first heat, you'll see that swimmers generally in the middle lanes should dominate. All done on time, so each of the 2 heats are seeded with the fastest swimmers in the middle lanes, and very little between lanes 4, 3 and 2. That's Shannon Riley, Georgia Officer and Ava Simpson. Important these girls swim as fast as they can to give them a chance possible of just getting a medal, because the girls in the next heat are some 10 seconds faster. Fastest entry, Ellie Riley in lane 3. She'll be coming up next. But in lane 2, Ava Simpson from Lockerbie is going really, really well here. She's now taken it up from Georgia Officer and Shannon Riley. And off the wall, 2:13.31. Just over 40 to go. It's lane number 2, Ava Simpson. Coming through strongly in lane number 5, Grace Robertson from Watson's. Can she get back into the mix? It's beginning to tighten up. with about 10 to go.
Well, there is a number of swimmers still in contention here. It does look like lane number 2, Simpson, may well just hold off the challenge of lane 5 and 6. Grace Robertson and Ellie Forsyth coming through really strongly, but lane number 2 might just get the touch here. It is Ava Simpson from Lockerbie, 258.97. Ahead of lane number 5, Grace Robertson from Watson's, 259.49, and Ellie Forsyth Uddingston, 259.78. So close contest there. All the first 3 swimmers under the 3-minute mark. So they'll be pleased to dip under the 3-minute mark, but not quite as fast as their entry times go, Robert. And as you said, second heat is significantly faster in terms of entry time, so you would expect the swimmers in this second heat to contest for the medals, but you never know. You have to swim it on the day. You said, Robert, a number of these times may well have been set at other venues, and it's very difficult to tell what the swimmers are going to do at this time of year, just back after the Christmas and New Year break. And some of these swimmers coming back into training, some of them will be in hard training at the moment, so very difficult to see what they can do here. Line up for this second heat: it's Kitty Chan from Shawland in lane 1, Shona Graham in 2 from Kilbride, Ellie Riley from Royal High in 3, Anna Coulston, Falkirk High in 4, Rona Boy from Bankery in 5, and Louise MacArthur from Royal High in lane number 6. Well, Ellie Riley has the fastest entry time by some 5 seconds, and it looks like she is going well in this very early stages here. Ellie Riley from the Royal High School has got a clear body line lead as they come up to the halfway point.
Yeah, this girl is different class, Paul. National age group champion. She's been really, really strong this last 6 or 7 months since she took that title way back in April. Youth development squad member, and won 1985. Advantage almost 2 seconds over Anna Coulston. And certainly on the near side, also going well, Kitty Chan from Shawlands. At the moment, that's where the medals look to be, Paul. But certainly no doubt, Ellie Riley looking very, very strong down this penultimate 50. Anna Coulston just working hard to just make sure she's not going to drop off. In second place, Kitty Chan not far behind in third. The rest of the girls have got a lot to do if they want to get anywhere into the medal positions. Ellie Riley 2:03.12 has extended that lead by over a second. Record here is 2:40.37, set 3 years ago by Katie Robertson, who will be coming up in the next one. And the 15-16-year-olds back. Ellie Riley literally led from start to finish. She's showing her class down this final 15. Got another 5 to go. Ellie Riley will be our champion at the 200, subject to verification by our officials. Going to be very close for second. Kitty Chan, just out your screen, got second. In third place is Anna Coulston. Winning time there, 2:46.02. 2:51.58 for Kitty, and Anna 2:53 dead. So that should be our 1, 2, 3, Paul.
Yeah, very impressive from Ellie Riley there, Royal High School in Edinburgh. 2:46.02 found on your scoreboard there. Kitty Chan very well on the outside lane, 2:51.58, just pretty close to her entry time, and it was Anna Coulston in third position, so that'll be a medalist. Riley taking the title, Kitty Chan the silver medal position, and Anna Coulston the bronze medal. And as you said, Robert, we move up an age group. We do see the Scottish record holder for that younger age group is Katie Robertson. She goes in the second heat, wonder if she can challenge for the record in this particular age group as well. This is the 15-16 years girls 200 metres breaststroke. We have Elizabeth Burns from Prestwick in lane 1, Amy Mackay from Lochaber in lane number 2, Katie Walker from Eyemouth in lane 3, Katie Lynch from St Ambrose in 4, Hannah Cool from Arbroath in lane number 5, and Ellie Douglas from Watson's in lane number 6. So first of the two heats, same again as we had previously. The top times combined from the two heats will be the medalists in this one, and with the faster swimmers coming in the second heat, can anyone make a challenge to put themselves in contention for the medals here? Certainly gone out very well there in lane number 4, Katie Lynch from St Ambrose. Her entry time 2:47.68. Just looking at the times of the second heat, third place swimmer something like 2:42, but some of the swimmers this morning be 2 or 3 seconds off their best, so if anyone can boast a time in these early heats, Robert, they're certainly in with a chance.
Certainly are. Yeah, anything probably in the low 240s might give them a half chance of a medal. Coming down to the halfway mark, lane 4, 1:18.28 for Katie. So that was a fairly similar time to what Ellie Riley did. The youngster in that previous heat, she was about a second slower, came in at 2:46. So if Katie can just keep this going, Paul, perhaps somewhere around about 2:43, 2:44 would be an interesting time to post for the young ladies coming after that.
Well, it certainly would. She's gone out well ahead of the rest in this particular heat here. It's a close contest for second. Just there in lane number 2, looking like she's edging second place, is Amy Mackay from Lochaber. But no doubt about the winner. Look at the margin of the lead at the moment as they go over that final turn. And Katie Lynch from St Ambrose in Kilbride is bringing them home here. It'll be very interesting. The swimmers going in that second heat, of course, will be able to see what they have to do. They'll be well aware of the time set in this first heat, and that will be their target for the second heat. But coming now into the last 25 metres, and Katie Lynch has swum this very, very well. This is, of course, the girls 15-16 years age group, just dropping off the pace at the end of this race now. Hopefully she can keep this going into the end. She's into the last 5 metres as the clock ticks over at around about 2:50 now, and it's 2:51.46 there for Katie Lynch. Well, she put everything into the early stages of that race, Robert, and she just dropped off slightly at the end.
She did indeed. The 2:04 at the 150 mark, just about a second slower. So as you say, she just seemed to put a heck of a lot into the first half and just ran out of steam in the second half. But nevertheless, 2:51.46. That's still the target for the next 6 girls coming up. And we have Emily Crew from Craigmount in 1, Nicole Reynolds Madras in 2, Katie Robertson, Kyle Academy in 3, Lucy Ross from Calderglen in 4, Kristen Russell from Sanderson's in 5, Yvonne Brown, Calderside in 6, Katie Robertson rather in 3, and Lucy Ross in 4. This has the makings of another cracker, 2 West District swimmers and 2 youth squad members. Certainly fancy Katie Robertson lane 3, 16-year-old, to be just a slight advantage over Lucy Ross in lane 4. At the moment she's got about half a body length advantage.
Katie Robertson, said earlier, the record holder in the 13-14 years age group, of course now swimming up in the higher age group. She set that record 3 years ago, Katie Robertson, and she's chasing Emma Chittleborough's Scottish record of 2:34.70. So Katie Robertson leads them as they come down to halfway point. Really smooth breaststroke swimming here from all of the girls in this one, especially Katie Robertson at the front there in second place, challenging for second in lane number 2, Nicole Reynolds from Madras, and also Lucy Ross in lane 4 from Calderglen. Looks like That will be the top three as they go over the halfway mark. Katie Robertson 1:17.66, so it doesn't look like it's going to be a record performance today from Katie Robertson, but she does have almost a second advantage over lane number 4, Lucy Ross.
Yeah, you suspect the time might be somewhere around the 2:40 mark here. Katie Robertson, she didn't actually go to Geneva last weekend. Her big sister probably lots of studying, I suspect. But they want to do their best this Friday and come back with some medals. Lucy Ross looks as though she's the threat with 50 to go here, Paul. Just about a second in it, 1:59.01 versus 2:00.17. Both good terms by both these girls. Coming down with 35 to go. It's certainly still anybody's race here. Katie Robertson still with some work to do with 25 to go. Lucy Ross fighting hard to try and get very much on terms. This is beginning to tighten up. It's not over yet. Lucy Ross is coming through very strongly here, and it's Lucy Ross that's going to take this, I think. Lucy Ross getting up ahead of Katie Robertson, and Lucy Ross is going to be the champion this year. Lucy Ross takes us 2:39.34, 2:41, and the board again, Paul, has gone.
Well, a great swim, wasn't it?
Lovely to see that. Both these girls giving themselves a hug, working very, very hard down that final 50. And as you can see, looks like disqualification for a technical infringement. Lane number 5, no effect on her 1, 2, 3.
A little bit of a smile there from Lucy Ross there. A wave to the crowd. She bounces out of the lanes there. Oh, great swim from Lucy Ross. You can tell she's absolutely delighted with that one.
Yeah.
What a finish that was.
It was a cracker. You know, Lucy Ross certainly very, very good. She's been very strong on breaststroke for the last couple of years. National champion at the 15-year-old category. Katie Robertson, similar.
You can always tell when someone's done a good swim, bouncing out of the pool there, almost jumping out of the water straight onto the end, and just kind of skipping back to our school now. Fantastic swim there from Lucy Ross to take that title. You can just see her on the edge of the screen there at the top right hand corner, still bouncing about. Brilliant. Great swim there from Lucy Ross, and she takes it ahead of the pre-race favourite Katie Robertson. So a bit of a shock there, Robert.
A little bit of a shock there. I'm not totally surprised. Lucy has been finishing strongly in the races the last few months, really getting to grips now, I think, with how to finish a race. And having a little chat there with Andy Figgins, poolside. He'll tell her, oh, well, you could have gone about another seconds faster.
His coaches are never happy.
Never are. Okay, back onto the older age group. We just have the one heat because the 17 overs only have 6 swimmers taking part. We have Orla Edwards from Alford in lane number 1. In lane number 2, Heather Martin. No swimmer goes in 3. Lauren Sutherland from Firhill in 4. Heather Martin is Mearns Castle. Anna Pollock in 5 from Stirling High, and Anya Reid from Falkirk High over in lane number 6. Impressed to see how Anya Reid does over in lane 6. She pretty good over the 200. Probably are better of the breaststroke distances. I'd certainly expect her to come through very strongly in the second half. But, she's got off to a very, very good start already, Paul.
Yeah, never mind the second half. This first half's pretty impressive from Anya Reid. Falkirk High in that outside lane. The only one to challenge her is Lauren Sutherland from Firhill in lane number 4. So a difference in entry times. Not sure where the entry times are from. They could well be from the qualification meets, because everybody, of course, to swim in the Scottish National Championships have to qualify in the regional heats. So these swimmers now qualifying in this final. and Anya Reid is leading them through here. This is a straight final, of course. No second heat to come, so this race is for the medals. And what has Lauren Sutherland got left? Because Anya Reid, you said, Robert, she is stronger in this second half, and she's proving that as they come into the last 50.
She certainly is, you know, very, very useful on breaststroke. This is certainly Anya's discipline, and without a doubt, it looks as though she's going to take this. Although Lauren Sutherland beginning just to try and stretch and fight back, but there's over a body length that she's got to make up in her final 25. Don't see her quite getting there. Anya still holding on with 10 to go, and it's going to be the girl from Falkirk High who's going to take this. Anya Reid will take this. She'll be our 2017 Brodies champion. Anya takes it 2:42.47. Lauren Sutherland 2:44.71, and close for third in lane number 5, 2:49.56 is Anna Pollock from Stirling High. So more over on the east side of the country there, Falkirk, Stirling and Firhill in Edinburgh. Whereas the younger ones, it was over on the west side, Calder Glen and Kyle are 1-2. So she doesn't look terribly happy there, Paul.
A little bit of a smile before she came out of the water. She'll be delighted with the time, I'm sure. 2:42 is faster than her entry time. It's always nice to win something from the outside lane. There's her teammates there, you can see them just on the top of the shot coming over to congratulate her. So Anya Reid taking that title, and that was another excellent swim there. Of course, no swimmer, we lost one swimmer in the centre lane, so a great chance for some of these swimmers to step up. Anya Reid was the one who stepped up to claim that medal there.
Yeah. Swimmer in lane 3, of course, being the fastest on entry time, so it gave everybody else a big chance to get into that medal position. And Anya from the outside lane certainly proved the point, taking that.
Talking about medal positions, here are the medalists coming for the presentation of the first of the 200 metre breaststroke event. The girls 13-14 years. Anna Colston taking the bronze medal from Falkirk High. Swim from her. Kitty Chan from Shawland Academy in second position, and a good swim from Ellie Riley to take the gold medal there from the Roy High School in Edinburgh. She really dominated the race from start to finish, Ellie Riley. Well-deserved winner of the gold medal here at the Brodies Scottish Schools Championships here in East Kilbride. Presentations being made by Andy Nolan, Head of Sports Law at Brodies. As I said, very, very big supporters of this Scottish Schools Championships. And there are the 3 medalists. We've seen some great races so far. Let's hope they continue. Some surprises that we've had already this morning. We've only had a few races, a lot more to look forward to in this session, and also in this afternoon and this evening sessions as well. Keep the tweets coming in. Some good luck messages coming in from the clubs, also from Scottish Swimming, as the presentations continue. And this was one I felt was a little bit of a shock here. Medalists in the 15-16 years. Katie Robertson just being pipped by a great swim at the end from Lucy Ross. There's Katie Robertson, the silver medalist, and the bronze medal, the gold medal, sorry, going to Lucy Ross of Calder Glen. And that's a popular victory there, a nice big cheer from another relatively local swimmer, Lucy Ross.
Trains here. Lucy also trains here at East Kilbride. So maybe the water has something to do with it with these girls. Home advantage, always very useful to make use of the advantage you have. You'll know exactly how to get off the turns. We'll just give you that little edge.
But 3 home winners. so far, and we've only had 4 presentations, so that's not a bad strike rate.
We have indeed, yeah.
Next presentation making their way out now is the girls 17 to 19 years. And the girls being presented with the medals here, just out of your shot, there we go.
Anna Pollock already got her bronze medal. Lauren Sutherland, silver medalist, and Anya Reid, gold medalist and Brodies 2017 Scottish champion. Now ready for the photo shoot, girls. There we are, big smiles all round, Paul.
Absolutely. It's good to take your moment of glory on the medal podium.
And the good thing is Anya, only being 17, assuming that she's back at school in 6th year, gets the chance to do it all again next year. Then again, she might have Katie Robertson to beat. Well, could be an interesting one next year, but we're jumping ahead of ourselves here, Paul.
A lot of talent in Scottish swimming, right the way through, from the very young swimmers right the way through to the senior swimmers. Of course, a great Olympic Games in Rio for the British team, and the Scots were very prominent in those performances, and a number of the Scotsmen we spoke earlier. Hannah Miley still holds one of the records, so Hannah Miley, one of the world's top swimmers. So it started at local events such as these ones. The Scottish Schools Championships always a good target for a number of the top swimmers in Scotland over the years. Boys 200 metres individual medley is in the water now. 4 lengths of the pool, 1 stroke, 1 length of each stroke. A line-up for this one: Rory Grant goes in lane number 1, High School of Dundee. Sam Chittleborough in 2 from Edinburgh. Cameron Thompson from Kelso in lane number 3. Christopher Aitken from Strathallan in lane number 4. We have Ethan Grimley listed in lane number 5, and Adam Young from Bill Baxter in lane number 6. We'll just give you a confirmation of that lineup when we have it, but as it stands, Adam Young from Bill Baxter in Cooper out there in lane number 6, going very well indeed. Entry time of 2:38.00. And he's got very, very handy lead, same as we had in the 200 breaststrokes. 2 heats of this one. The fastest time from the 2 heats will claim the gold medal. So let's see what kind of standard that Adam Young or the rest of the swimmers can set in this 200 medley. So he looks very, very strong actually on the breaststroke. Very often the breaststroke is the one that sorts them out in the 200 metres individual medley, but Adam Young holding on very well. In lane number 3, Cameron Thompson from Kelso coming through into 2nd position, and Nathan Grimley from St Kentigern's in 3rd position there. But Adam Young from Bell Baxter looking pretty good as he goes into that final turn. They are closing up very slightly on him, but he's still got a lead of about 3 metres as they go into the final turn, Robert.
Almost 3-second advantage that he has at the turn, Adam. Entry time here was 2:38, so every chance is going to be a few seconds inside that. He's had a super swim from the outside lane. So we're coming down with just about 15 to go. This will be the time to post for the lads in the next heat. Coming through quite strongly in lane number 5, Nathan Grimley into 2nd place. However, Adams literally led from the halfway mark and dominated. 2:34.15. I'm sure he'll be pleased with that time. Nathan 2:36.18, and Cameron Thompson 3rd in 2:39.20. So nice start in that one for Adam.
Yeah, 2:34.15. Really good improvement on that 2:38 entry time. Adam Young from Bill Baxter School. And Cooper looks satisfied with that one. The 2nd heat are on the blocks now. We have Ben Galloway lane 1 from Wood School in Renfrew. We have Kerr Martin from Christon, Angus Allison from Broughton, Douglas Kelly from the High School of Glasgow, Joseph Brownlee from St Kentigans, and Kerr Lumsden from Monifield completes the lineup in lane number 6. Blistering start there from Douglas Kelly in lane number 4. Boy, he was quick off the blocks there.
He certainly was very, very quick off the blocks. Second place at the moment is Angus Allison. As you saw earlier this morning, his big brother just picked out for second place with Richard Laird beating him in the 400 free. Angus, certainly his backstroke's pretty useful, setting him to come back a bit here on Douglas. Douglas very good on breaststroke, so Angus will have to try and close this gap. Still about a metre and a half as we reach the halfway mark. Third place very, very tight between Kerr Martin in lane 2 and Joseph Brownlee in 5. Probably Kerr just has that slight advantage in third place. Douglas Kelly 106.15, 107.01 for Angus. Coming with the breaststroke. This is where it can all change. The lead here, Paul.
Well, I just wonder if Angus Allison can just get up alongside Douglas Kelly. He's trying very, very hard indeed. He's giving everything he's got on this breaststroke leg now. Douglas Kelly just holding on to it. This is what we like to see. Great head-to-heads here at the front of the field as they come into the final turn here. It is all tightening up here, and it looks like Douglas Kelly still has the edge. He has a look over at his rival, Angus Allison. It is going to be a real fight to the finish here between these two. It does look like Douglas Kelly is holding on, but Allison coming back with every stroke now. And Angus Allison now in lane number 3 alongside Douglas Kelly. It is still going to be tight, but it looks like Angus Allison is going to take this one. A fantastic swim there from Angus Allison, and he will take the gold medal in 2:19.21. And I think that is under the Scottish Schools record time held by Ryan Brown from Kelso. So a new Scottish Schools record by 7/100ths of a second by Angus Allison.
That was a cracker there, Paul. I did expect that to be a pretty good race between the two lads in the centre lanes. East and West district swimmers. So a very, very exciting finish there. Angus taking that, just going a shade better than his older brother. Coming through strongly at the death to take that.
And it looked like it was Martin Kerr for the bronze medal there.
It was indeed, yeah.
Just
in fact, Kerr Martin rather. Kerr Martin. So we move on to the 15-16-year-old 200 IM. We have Callum Hillis from Woodhill in 1, Connor Tarrant from Largs Academy in 2, Connor Walsh from the High School of Dundee in 3, Andrew Arthur from Ellen Academy in 4, Alex Beveridge from Old Macker Academy in 5, and June McMurray from Hamilton Grammar in 6. His entry times are in the low 220s, so again very important to try and set a target for the lads coming up in the next heat. Archie Goodburn will be a strong favourite in the next heat. To concentrate on this one. Lane 4, 30.57, 30.65 in lane 2. So Alex Arthur and Connor Tarrant, very little between them at the turn. Stretching away now on backstroke, Paul. Then lane number 4 is Andrew Arthur. He's opened up quite a bit. A body line for more advantage now and looking quite strong as we reach the halfway mark.
Yeah, Andrew Arthur, Ellen Academy has a lead of a couple of seconds there, just over the 2-second mark there, and onto the breaststroke leg. Let's see what he can do here. Entry time of 2:23, which It's just slightly slower than Connor Walsh from the High School of Dundee in lane number 3, but they're all playing catch up now on Andrew Arthur, who's out ahead of the two swimmers alongside him, Connor Walsh and Alex Beveridge, 1 lane up. We go into the final turn now, onto the freestyle leg, and it does look like Andrew Arthur's going to take this one very comfortably here. All to play for second. In fact, coming through very strongly is Ewan McMurray from Hamilton.
You suspect, Paul, that time somewhere around the 2:20 or better is what he's going to try and post to give him a chance of perhaps maybe get a third place. Certainly expect the lads to go a bit faster next one, but he's having a super swim, is Andrew. He's well clear of the rest of the field. Ewan McMurray probably second. Well, it's just going to be just over the 2:20 mark as we hit the red zone. Andrew takes that 2:23.91 over on the far side. Ewan McMurray takes second, just ahead of Alex Beveridge, 2:28.27, 2:28.20, 2:27.40, 2:28.20, fourth, second and third. There you have coming down to finish 2:23.91.
Never really challenged there in that race, Andrew Arthur. Really had a grip of that from the very early stages here. Move on to heat number 2. We do have an empty lane here, lane number 2, but we should have Alistair Cormack from Perth High School in lane number 1. Goodburn going in lane 3 from Stuart's Melville. Rory Dixon from Garnock Academy in 4. Greg Rowe from Queen Anne in lane number 5. And Tommaso De Nova from Wallace High. Completing the line up in lane number 6. Archie Goodburn, as you said, Robert, is going to be a big favourite for this one, and he has a commanding lead in the very early stages. All to play for second. In fact, just a touch of Greg Rowe just edging it over Alistair Cormack on the 50 fly. Yeah,
I don't see anybody getting anywhere near Archie. Archie is different class in this age group. I think you've got 9 or 10 medals at Scottish national age groups, and 2:08.68 was his time down at the British Championships where he won this event. So very talented 15-year-old. He's swimming this year in the 16-year-old category. I keep forgetting we've now into January. So they all add another year onto their age, swimming at the age as of the 31st of December. Actually, very good all-round swimmer. Breaststroke very strong. His backstroke is actually his weakest stroke out of the 4 ball, but it didn't look that way, did it?
Certainly doesn't, as he stretching that advantage. Goes over in 1:39.50. Scottish record is actually held by Mark Sharanek. 2:10.33. Mark Sharanek now based out in the States and making his way into the Scottish rankings. Yep, Mark Sharanek. And you see one of his records go, set that back in 2011. May well be under threat here from Archie Goodburn. We'll keep an eye on the clock. 2:10.33. Very, very close indeed. As just outside by 4/100ths of a second. Archie Goodburn, well, a great win. He wins the race by 7 seconds, clearly ahead of lane number 5. That's Greg Rowe in second position and Rory Dixon in third place. But just outside that record swim there from Archie Goodburn.
I'm actually surprised he got so near to that, Paul, because at that turn he had a lot to do. You know, 30 odd seconds he had to come back to try and get inside that record. He almost did it. Just shows the qualities of the boy. 600s. Certainly this pool, I know that the feedback from the swimmers is that it's not the fastest pool to swim in. But you can see we've already had one record, school's record, broken today, and almost another one.
It was an excellent swim there from Archie Goodburn, taking that one by a clear 7 seconds and course, East Kilbride pool, only 6 lanes wide, of course. They're using that one, a little bit smaller, a little bit tighter than the 2 Commonwealth pools in Edinburgh and in Tollcross as well.
It is indeed, yeah. And you usually find that the swimmers will say that if you do 1 minute dead for your 100 free, then really it's 59 seconds elsewhere. That's the excuse if I've had a bad swim, Paul.
It sounds like an excuse to me, yes. Yeah, some swimmers certainly stepping up to date and swimming excellent times. Others not quite, but a long season ahead, of course, of swimming in Scotland and in Britain and internationally, of course, this year. Always lots to look forward to in the swimming community. The next race are already underway. We have is the boys at 17, 19 years, 200 metres individual medley. Innes McMillan from Aberdeen Grammar in lane 1, Duncan McKinney from Lindsay in lane 2, Finlay Deans from North East Scotland College in lane number 3, Gianno Napolitano from DL in lane number 4, Alistair McGee from Sturton in 5, and Finlay Wiley from Alford Academy in lane number 6. Those are your finalists here. It is only the one heat as they come up to the final turn here, and 3 swimmers still in contention. Robert, Alistair McGee going well in 5, Gianno Napolitano in 4, and Finlay Deans in 3.
Yeah, that seems to be where the medals are going to come from, Paul. Lane 5, Alistair McGee turning just ahead of Finlay Deans. I think it's between those two for 1-2. Gianno Napolitano, I think, will be settling for 3rd place. It's beginning to tighten up between Finlay and Alistair, and coming down with 15 to go, it's still Alistair and Finlay. Another tight finish coming up, Paul. It's Finlay Deans just prevailing in lane 3. Finlay's going to take this. Alistair in 2nd, and in 3rd Gianno, and a winning time 2:14.60, 2:15.40 for Alistair, and 2:16.38. It just shows you what a cracking time 2:10.37 was from Archie Goodburn in the younger age group.
Yeah, it was an excellent time from Archie Goodburn. As you said, he came back like an absolute train on the freestyle. And he was the fastest of all the 200 metres individual medley swims that we have seen. But not to take that away from Finlay Deans, who finished well himself. He takes the gold there for the North East of Scotland College. 2:14.60, a 0.8 of an advantage over Alistair McGee in lane number 5, who was a long time leader up until that freestyle leg, and Gianno Napolitano from DL in lane number 4. So
nice to see Gianno. He was a year younger than the other 2 lads. He's 17, the other 2 lads 18. So I'm sure Mum Wilma will be chuffed to bits. That boy's going to be on the podium later on, Paul. Just shows you that these lads working hard over a number of years, and they get the rewards by sticking at it. Nice to see him get on the podium. We'll see that later on.
Well, he's not going to have to wait too long for his medal, because the presentation's already underway. It's a 13-14 years. Kerr Martin taking the bronze medal. Douglas Kelly, well, gave everything he got for the silver. Great contest between Douglas Kelly in the silver medal position and Angus Allison in the gold medal position in that new Scottish Schools record. Angus Allison from Broughton takes the gold medal in that Scottish record time, and that was a great contest, one of the best races of today.
Absolutely, yeah. Not sure if these lads will be swimming later on in the same event. I'd half suspect that Douglas Kelly might do a breaststroke. Certainly expect both these boys to have 2 swims at these championships. You often find that the ones that are on the podium will be fortunate enough to have qualified for 2 events.
It's tight qualification as well, isn't it? 6-lane pool has meant the qualifications become a lot tighter than it has been in prior years here with, as we said, the bigger pools there. Next presentation's underway, and again, real quality on show here. Greg Rowe getting his silver medal. Miss Rory Dixon, the bronze medalist. But the champion, here he is, Archie Goodburn. That tall figure of Archie Goodburn, making him, standing on the top podium, making him look even taller there.
He looks a big lad, but he's not by any means a giant. I think most of these three boys are about the same height.
There's Archie Goodburn there, the gold medalist, and that was an excellent swim there. Just 4/100 short of the Scottish record, which has stood since 2011.
Rory Dixon, well, he was only third. He's a year younger than the 1-2 Archie and Greg Rowe, two lads over that compete consistently in these districts.
Swimmers not long out of the water for the 17 to 19 years 200 metres individual medley. Napolitano leading them through. Bronze medalist. He is. He'll be first to take his medal, Gianna Napolitano. Alistair McGee, the silver medalist from Sturton. Another good finish on the freestyle leg of that individual medley. Finlay Deans takes the gold medal. So Finlay Deans is your 2017 Scottish Schools champion.
I'd half expect Gianna to be back in the pool, probably the evening session. I'm not sure if that's when the 200 butterflies. That's probably his best of the four disciplines that IM that he swam. So we may well see Gianno trying to get back on the podium later on, Paul.
Well, this is session one, of course. Another two sessions, one this afternoon, one this evening to look forward to. At the moment we look forward to the girls 13-14 years 100 metres backstroke. Ailsa Kellis from Balwearie in lane 1, Abigail MacArthur, Les Mahego in 2, Abby Kane from Largs in 3, Hannah Murray from High School of Dundee in 4, Morgan Anderson from Barnhill in 5, and Georgia Knox from Green Falls in line 6. First of the two heats for this one, but Abby Kane from Largs is the fastest entry time. And of course Abby Kane had a fantastic 2016, silver medalist in the Paralympic Games in Rio as a 13-year-old, Great Britain's youngest swimmer, Great Britain's youngest medalist in the Rio Paralympic Games. Abby Kane, someone with a visual impairment, she is partially sighted, so she'll be counting her strokes there. She'll won't have been able to see the flags as she goes over at that halfway point, but Abby Kane, she is the British record holder for her classification in 109.09, so just keep an eye on Abby Kane, because she's been in fantastic form, Abby Kane, over the last year, and showing no signs of slowing down at all. Abby Kane, she just gets faster and faster. We'll keep an eye on the clock, Robert, because this could be very fast indeed.
Indeed, yeah. As you say, she's been swimming really, really well. Recent winner at the West District Championships just a few weeks ago in this pool. 1:11:39, Paul. Very respectable time from Abby. You know her very well. Of course, you were over there. You would see that swim over in Brazil.
Absolutely. Abby Kane just surprised everyone, really. She kind of half surprised people to qualify for the team in the first place, but to step up and to perform so well in the Rio Paralympic Games. I mean, she was the youngest swimmer, as I said. She just had absolutely no fear as she stepped on the blocks against some of the bigger names there. Paralympic record in the heats to qualify for the final in first position, and was just beaten by Ukrainian swimmer Stetsenko, but just an absolutely superb silver medal for Abby Kane, and I think she's going to be one of the major stars in the years to come as they go towards Tokyo. But decent swim there from her, 1:11:39, and that's the target for this second heat. We have in this one Elaine Murray, Katie Shanahan, Harry McDonald, Victoria McCormack, Elise McQueenie and Abby Sinclair. So that's the lineup. 1:11:39 the target, Robert. This should see the gold silver medalist come from this particular heat.
Yeah, 107.08 is actually the schools record held by Lexi Waller, who comes up in the next stage group. Katie Shanahan in lane 2. She is very, very good at backstroke. She's a pretty good all-rounder, this 13-year-old. She's looking very strong off the wall. Katie 33.44. Certainly coming down with just about half of the final 100 to go. Katie Shanahan looking very, very strong, Paul. 108.75 was her entry time, and this 13-year-old is going to take this. This is going to be very close to that record. 105, 106, just outside. 107.53, second place in lane 3. Mary McDonald, and over the far side in lane number 6, Abby Sinclair, another 13-year-old, is third. Another super swim there from Katie Shannon, 107.53. She has the chance, if she wants to swim this next year, to break that record. 107.08, only just about half a second out. But she dominated from the halfway mark, Paul. Took that pretty easily.
Yeah, very, very good swim there from Katie Shanahan. I remember her last year actually, starting off in the morning session with a Scottish record. That's when she was in the younger age group.
Yeah, that would be the primary schools, yes, swimming as a 12-year-old.
And the top 3 looks like they will take the medals, just getting inside the time of Abby Kane in the first heat, but not by much, only about half a second. Abby Kane missing out on the medals. The Great Britain Paralympic swimmer, of course, will be in 4th position there in that particular event, but a great swim from Katie Shanahan, a real talent.
She's indeed, yeah. Not just backstroke she's good at, she's a good all-rounder. She actually made the short course final at the age of 12 December last year and broke 5 minutes. Absolutely astounding. But, lots of talented kids that we have all over Scotland. Good to see them all swimming so well and doing so today already. Off to a good start in lane number 3.
This is the 15-16 years 100 metres backstroke. Just 5 swimmers in this first heat. Jessica McKee from Linlithgow in 1, Sophie Cameron Belmont in 2, Alice Meldrum from Calderglen in 3, and the 2 Fraserburgh swimmers, Amber Moyer and Leah Summers in 4 and 5. Looks like lane 3, Alice Meldrum from Calderglen. One of these local swimmers, Robert, doing very well.
Yes, another one who gets the advantage of swimming here and practicing. Swims for his Kilbride club, and she's all over her body length ahead. Pretty close for second place. Sophie Cameron in 2, Leah Summers in 5. Just dropping the pace just a fraction, coming inside the final 5. However, Alice takes that 109.28. So that's the target for the girls coming up in the next heat. 111.05 for Sophie Cameron, and Jessica McKee finished strongly to get up. Linlithgow Academy at 112.77 in 3rd place.
Yeah, Alice Meldrum 9.28, one more heat to come, of course. We'll keep a close eye on the times, but entry times certainly a little bit inside that 109 mark, but you never know. Any swimmer in this second heat, they've got to go and swim it. Race is not won on paper, of course. Caitlin Dodds in lane number 1 from Rock Community School. Ellis Shields from Bearsden in 2. Lexi Waller, big favourite for this one, in lane number 3 from Firhill. Molly Young from Hutchison Crammer in 4. Serena Igararam from Bearsden in 5, and Sarah Fraser from Dice Academy in lane number 6.
So Lexi Waller in lane 3, off to a very good start. British champion at this event. Had a successful meet over at Geneva last weekend as well. So Lexi's going very well, Paul. And at the halfway mark, 32.4. Lane 6, Sarah Fraser from Dice Academy in 2nd. Don't see Lexi getting caught in this one. Coming down with 25 to go. 104.36 is the record, the school's record. Let's see if she's going to get inside that. It could be pretty close to that. And Lexi Waller certainly is going to take this. Ellis Shields in lane 2 is having a super swim from Bearsden.
Oh, very close.
104.72, 107.06, and over on the far side, Sarah Fraser just held on to take third place. So a super swim from Lexi.
Just something around about half a second outside the record time there for Lexi Waller, but she will take that one in 104.72. And is Ella Shields confirmed as the silver medal position. And Sarah Fraser from that outside lane looks like she has taken the bronze in 108.46. So the pre-race favourite taking that gold there in that 15-16 years 100 metres backstroke. And Lexi Waller, again, someone who has been to Geneva last week and back here in East Kilbride now, swimming at these schools championships. She's done very well there, taking that gold medal. And a lot of these kind of rising stars in Scottish swimming doing very well this morning.
Yeah, Lexi 102.60 last week, so possibly just suffering the effects of a very long weekend. At 104.72, she might be a little bit disappointed with the time, but no doubt she's our Scottish champion at the 100 back. We'll see her later on at the 200. And on to the girls, 17-18, sorry, 17-19, Niamh Ritchie from Mary Erskine in 1, Alice Lumsden, Bankery in 2, Caitlin Duffy, Belmont Academy in 3, Robin Crawford, Castle Head in 4, Mary Swanson, St George's in 5, Kirsty Pitts from Perth over in lane 6. Not much between lanes 3 and 5 in this one, Paul.
Going into the turn is lane number 5, just with the edge. 0.3 of a second is the advantage for Mary Swanson from St George's, but it is very, very tight indeed now coming through in lane number 3. It looks like Caitlin Duffy now coming through here, just challenging Mary Swanson from St George's in lane number 5. It's between these two to see who's going to get the title here. It's the one and only heat now, and it does look like it is going to be just about Caitlin Duffy coming through here to take it. It's very close indeed, but Caitlin Duffy does take it. And well, I'm not sure of the time registered there for lane number 5. It has Mary Swanson in third position. I'm sure she got second place there. Well, we'll just confirm that time for Mary Swanson, but Caitlin Duffy was very, very strong at the end there, and she came through to take the gold in that one and only heat of the girls 17 to 19 years 100 metres backstroke.
Yeah, certainly Caitlin Duffy finished very, very strongly. She certainly, for that, Mary Swanson, I'm certain, as you say, was second. Very tight for third. There were three girls finished almost in line for third place. Mary had just been Robin Crawford in lane 4 that got that, but the board's gone clear, which suggests one of two things. They're not happy with the result, which is what it is now, 3, 5 and indeed 4. 107.75 for Caitlin, Mary 108.38 and 109.23 for Robin Crawford. Less than half a second between third, fourth and fifth. Very important to try and finish strongly to just try and get a medal there, Paul. And that's what Robin did, just to get up and snatch third place in lane 4.
Well, looks like we have presentations now for this girls 100 metres backstroke. Going thick and fast this morning, and Robert, that seemed to just fly by there.
There is actually going to be a swim off
here before these presentations. So this will be a swim off for qualification for the backstroke, the 50 backstroke, and Owen Carroll going in lane 3 and Lewis Sutherland in lane number 4. Final, of course, of the 50 backstroke to come for the younger age groups, and this will be a straight fight between these two in lanes 3 and 4. Owen Carroll there with the blue cap, Lewis Sutherland with the black cap. Now, They had exactly the same time in the heats, so they have to be separated to try and progress to this final. And as you would expect, it is a very, very tight contest indeed. It does look like possibly Lewis Sutherland might take this one, but Owen Carroll with the blue cap coming back in the closing stages. Lewis Sutherland, I think, will take it in that time of 37.83. So a good swim there from Lewis. He will take that one. 37.83. And that, in fact, was a swim off for the second reserve spot, so it's a little bit of a chance. A nice opportunity to have a second swim at that, even though he might not make it into the final unless there's any withdrawals.
It's lovely to get a second swim, even if, as you say, Paul, you might not be in the final, but always a bonus to get an extra swim.
And now we should move on to the medal presentations for the 100 metres backstroke events.
After that, we're back into heats for the 12-year-olds. We have breaststroke for boys, then breaststroke for girls, which follows the presentations, Paul. So there we have 13, 14-year-olds backstroke medalists. So there we have our bronze medalist Abby Sinclair from Heriots. Mary McDonald, our silver medalist from Bucksburn. And our gold medalist from Bishop Briggs. And Brodies 2016 100 backstroke champion, Katie Shanahan.
Katie Shanahan continuing that good record she's got here at the Scottish Schools Championship. Set a champion from last year in the younger age group. Champion again today as she moves up into the girls 13-14 years age group. And now on to the 15-16 years age group. Good swim again, dominant swim there from Lexi Waller. Class act, swimmer there on the top of the podium. Bronze medal, Sarah Fraser from Dice Academy, taking that bronze in the outside lane. She'll be pleased with that one. Ellis Shields from Bearsden in second position. But we're all playing catch up to the young lady in the centre. Just half a second outside the school's record time. Lexi Waller takes the gold medal, the Firhill swimmer. A familiar face on the Scottish Swimming Championships over the years.
She is indeed, yeah, very dominant since she was a youngster. Backstroke, very strong. Pretty decent in freestyle as well, but certainly been very dominant in the last few years in her age group on 100 and 200 back. 50 back, also very useful in 50 back, Paul, in her age group, national champion, was champion in that one. She actually had a hat-trick in the summer down at the British Championships.
Final presentation of this set. Robin Crawford takes the bronze medal, Castlehead High School. Barry Swanson from St George's, the silver medalist. And from Belmont Academy, the gold medalist is Caitlin Duffy. And three very happy medalists there on the podium.
Yeah, three very, very happy young ladies there. Delighted to be picking up the medals. Caitlin Duffy on top there. She was a previous favourite and delivered when they came to the final. Caitlin Duffy taking that one. Yeah, no doubt Caitlin will be doing the 200 backstroke later on today. Expect her to be back on the podium, whether it's first, second or third. Not sure whether a young lass called Jess Damon will be doing a 200 backstroke. That could be an interesting one later on. On to our youngsters now. Ryan Sandilands from Wester Overton in 1, David Kernahan from Sains in 2, James Kane, Windino in 3, Connor Slessor, Kintor in 4, Michael Skirkle from St Mary's in 5, and Pat Petrie from Stoneyburn in 6. After a cracking start in lane number 3 is James Kane, also well there in lane 1, Ryan Sandilands. In fact, lanes 2 and 6 are not in this one, but no doubt James is going really like the clappers coming down with just about 5 to go. James Keane's going to take this one, Paul. Ryan Sandilands in second, 38.47. It's a good target for the next heat, 40.81 for Ryan and 42.99 for Conrad in third place. So 40.81 might well be a chance for Ryan to get into the final. We'll see what happens in our next heat. We have Ruben Dougal from Moss Head in 1, Cameron McMillan, Beaconhurst in 2, Jamie Ritchie, High School of Glasgow in 3, Douglas Calder from Linlithgow in lane 4, Robson Miles Thomas in 5, Chester Henry Thunderson in lane number 6. Off to a very good start in lane number 3, Jamie Ritchie, High School of Glasgow.
Nobody in lane number 1, but the 5 swimmers still left of them. It looks like Jamie Ritchie there, High School of Glasgow, chasing that time from the first heat, 38.47. Of course, just trying to make it into the top 6 for the finals. Conrad Slessor, 42.99, the third place finisher. We'll be watching this with interest. It is 38.66 for lane number 3. Jamie Ritchie will take that one, and it looks like the top 4 may well have squeezed it into the final there with lanes 3, 4, 5 and 2. So Jamie Ritchie, Douglas Calder, Robson Miles and Cameron McMillan, by my calculations, Robert, they're all into the final in the top 6.
I think you're spot on there. James Keane and Ryan Sandilands in the first heat, and 1, 2, 3, 4 in that one will be our finalists. On to the girls now. We have Sophie Bain from Newmacher in 1, Martha Reeves from the High School of Dundee in 2, Sashka Wade, Glasgow Academy in lane 3, Amy Bristow, Oldmacher in 4, Natasha Phillips from Northmuir in 5, Caledonia Crossland from Cornback in lane number 6, and already Sashka Wade, very talented girl in lane 3, is off to a cracker. Also prominent, Martha Reeves in 2, Amy Bristow in lane 4. How about Sashka Wade, who's going to take this one, I'm pretty sure, Paul, with just about 5 to go. Sashka Wade in lane 3. Lanes 2 and 4, I think, either side. Also coming through strongly in 1, Sophie Bain. 3, 2 and 1, I think, is going to be our finish order. 37.88, 39.50 and 40.16 is the times for our 1, 2, 3.
Well, Newmacher getting the edge of Oldmacher there. Sophie Bain from Newmacher just getting in ahead of Amy Bristow of Oldmacher. Well, I wonder if that could be vital.
Could be, could well be.
Come to the shake-up here, it's the second heat. Sophie Calder from Afford Primary in 1, Abigail Porteous from Bonnyrigg in 2, Innes Donald from Edinburgh in lane number 3, Katrina Stewart from Colgreen in 4, Sophie Jaskowiak from St Columba in 5, and Gabrielle Winton from Borofield in lane number 6. Well, Innes Donald in lane number 3 and Katrina Stewart from Colgreen in lane number 4, looking like they are probably leading here as they come into the final stages of this 50 again. Top 6, anything under the 42nd mark should progress you to that final, but it looks like it could be Katrina Stewart, maybe with just the edge there. In fact, half a body length advantage for Stewart as she comes in, 39.61, just ahead of 3 swimmers, all on the 42nd mark. So that's one for the calculators, Robert. 40.33 for lane 3 for Innes Donald, and 40.56 and 40.58 for Jaskowiak and Abigail Porteous. Very, very tight to make that final.
Yeah, I'm Not sure, I didn't write down the third time. It was in the 40 range, so certainly the first three will qualify. It's a question of whether it's the fourth swimmer or the third swimmer from the previous heat. That was a tight one, 200s. That might be the difference between qualifying or being first reserve, Paul.
I think that could well be the case. Sophie Jaskowiak from St Columba just getting the edge over Abigail Porteous, and it may well mean that Sophie goes into the final and Abigail doesn't, but we'll have to bring you confirmation of that when we have that result. So it's very, very tight indeed. Keep your tweets coming, there we go. Hashtag SSC17. We've been not very diligent in our duties, Robert. We've been forgetting the tweets, but we'll have a bit of time now. We might, as we progress here, we'll try and read out these tweets. Some excellent swims. Put your messages of good luck in and we'll try and read them out. So we move on to the 100 metres butterfly events. The event's coming thick and fast here. The boys 13, 14 years is in the water already. Heat number one of the two heats. Callum Agnew, Joseph Brownlee, Cameron Thompson, Michael Strang, Jamie McGregor and Callum Rose. That is the lineup. Lanes 1 through to 6 there. And a good start in lane number 2. Looks like Joseph Brownlee leads them through this halfway point. And lane number 1 also going well. Callum Agnew, so all the action in the near side to us.
Certainly is. And lane number 2, Joseph Brownlee. He looks as though he's going to take this first one. And this will be time for the lads in the next heat to try and beat. So Joseph coming through strongly in the last 5 metres. Got a good body length advantage over second place Callum Rose. And Joseph takes that. Running time 108.40, Callum Rose 109.63, and third place Cameron Thompson 110.98. We can give you the finalists for the girls backstroke. That's the 12-year-olds and under. Rachel Saunders, Abby Armstrong, Ella Stevenson, Evie J. Clark, Logan Colville and Hebe Weavers. Sophie Ferguson and Neve McIntosh are the reserves. We'll now move on to the second of the heats. Ethan Brown, fourther in 1, Cameron Alexander, Stuart Smilt 1-2, Matthew Gordon, Belmont in 3, Bryce Proctor, Dumfries in 4, Adam Young, Bell Baxter in 5, and Christopher Aiken, Strathallan in lane number 6. All off to a very level start here. Hard to pick out the leader at the 30-odd metre mark. Could just be Bryce Proctor in lane number 4. Also well there, Ethan Brown on the near side. And probably between those two, 31.19, Ethan Brown, 31.64, Adam Young in 31.77, in lane 4, Bryce Proctor. It's anybody's race here, Paul, with just about 30 to go. Over in lane numbers 4 and 5. It's Bryce Proctor, Adam Young, also in the near side, Ethan Brown. It's the far side that have the advantage. It's in lane 4, Bryce Proctor. Coming through strongly is Matthew Gordon in lane number 3. It looks like lane 4, Bryce Proctor, Adam Young, and Matthew Gordon. And 107.90. Bryce just took that. Matthew Gordon got up to take second, 108.16 and 108.29 for Adam Young. For a fantastic finish there. Matthew Gordon just not quite getting up with the death to take that one.
Well, what a superb finish there. A blanket finish almost between the first 3 swimmers there. And Bryce Proctor just getting that one in 107.90. Great win for the gold medal position. Just looking through the records there, Robert. The record for that one is 101.81, set back in 1989 by Simon Capaldi. So a really, really old record there, 101.81, and that is not going to be challenged today by these swimmers. But fantastic swim there, fantastic contest there. Bryce Proctor, Matthew Gordon and Adam Young are your 3 medalists. 15-16 years 100 butterfly underway now. Cameron Murray from the High School of Dundee in 1, Robert Allen from Arbroath in 2, Finlay Sutherland from Inverness Royal Academy in lane 3. Connor Tarrant from Largs in 4. Stuart Brody from Calderglen in 5. And Mark Devlin from Cardinal in lane number 6. Cameron Murray off to a good start there in lane number 1, and he's got a clear lead as they go through halfway.
He certainly has good body length advantage over lane 5. Stuart Brody from Calderglen, another swimmer who has the advantage of swimming in this pool here, Paul. And it's not to his advantage in this one. It's a very, very good swim from Cameron. Nice goal at Dundee. He still has the advantage, but the lads over on the far side are beginning to come back a little bit on him. And no doubt he's going to take this one. Cameron will take this. Stuart Brody just probably get second place. Very tight for second. 1:03.99 is Cameron's winning time. Stuart Brody 1:05.26, just ahead of Mark Devlin, and 1:05.33. So 1:03.99 is the target for the lads coming up.
Almost bang on his entry time of 1:03.97, so consistent stuff there for Cameron Murray. One more heat to come in this one, and well, could be a great head-to-head in the centre lane, Robert.
Yeah, Craig Greenock, Max Cattermole, Carl Barrett, Hermitage in 1, Liam Harkin, Brazier High in 2, Craig Greenock, St Maurice's in 3, Maxwell Cattermole, Mathalan in 4, Rory Young, Royal High in 5, and Mitchell Stevenson, Carl Luke in lane 6. And over on the far side, Mitchell Stevenson, he's got off to a very good start, open water swimmer. So a little bit of a surprise to see him in this one, but he's going well in second place. And at the turn, Carl Barrett, Hermitage Academy. It's the two outside lanes at the moment, but coming through strongly in lane number 4, Maxwell Cattermole. Lane 3, Craig Greenock. Looks to have been between those two over on the far side. Mitchell Stevenson also still well there. He's beginning to tighten up here, Paul. It's 3 and 4. It's Craig Greenock just getting up to take this from Maxwell Cattermole. Carl Barrett in 1 might just hold on for third place. It's tight for third. Oh, 1:00.96. Craig Greenock takes that 1:02.34 for Maxwell, and Carol Barrett 1:02.77. 1300 just ahead of Mitchell Stevenson, takes third. So two outside lanes had a good battle on for the minor places there, Paul.
That was a very good finish there by Craig Greenock coming through in the closing stages. To take that one, we do have 17 to 19 years now. 100 metre butterfly final. Straight shootout this one between 6 swimmers. Fergus Kennedy, Aberdeen Grammar in 1, James Collier from Queen Anne in 2, Thomas Balfour Brannock in lane number 3, Adam Kirkwood from Kilwinning in 4, Finlay Wiley from Afford Academy in 5, and Sandy Aitken from Strathallan in lane number 6. And it's looked like it is Adam Kirkwood from Kilwinning with that edge at the start there. Thomas Balfour from Brannock also challenging in lane number 3. He's the pre-race favourite, the only one with the entry time under the 1 minute mark, and it was considerably under the 1 minute mark, 58.39, but they're all absolutely together there at the turn 3 and 4. A good turn there for lane number 3. Thomas Balfour from Brannock putting himself into the lead. Can Adam Kirkwood respond here in the closing stages? That's the red markers to signify there is 25 metres to go now. Coming in to the final 15 now, it does look like Adam Kirkwood is just going to be behind Thomas Balfour. Thomas Balfour holding on all in the finish, but Balfour gets the best finish and he will take it in lane number 3 under the 1 minute mark again. 59.72 and 1 minute point 07 for Adam Kirkwood in lane number 4. James Collier in third position, 1:02.94 will take the bronze for Queen Anne High School.
And that one went to Forum there, 3, 4 and 2. It's about the first one we've had like that, Paul. That's how the seeds should go for 1, 2, 3. All on entry times. Thomas Balfour, Youth Development Squad member, 17-year-old. So
Oh, good swim there for Thomas Balfour under the 1 minute mark. And as you said, Robert, pretty much going according to what we thought it might do in the seedings. Doesn't always happen that way. More presentations for us to enjoy now. Keep your tweets coming. Hashtag SSSC17. So you'll see some of the coverage of some of the races that we saw earlier. That record swim by Angus Allison. Let's hope there's more record swims for us to look forward to today. Bellshill Sharks have a good luck message to all their swimmers, so well done to the Bellshill swimmers there. And Brodies, of course, our sponsors, are tweeting as well, so keep an eye out for the Brodies.
Of course, Thomas Balfour, Bellshill Sharks just won that last event, Paul.
Those good luck messages work, you see, people.
Certainly did.
Keep your tweets coming in. Here are the medalists for the younger age groups, the 13-14 years age group. Bryce Proctor from Dumfries taking that one, ahead of Matthew Gordon and Adam Young. So these young swimmers, I think some of the younger swimmers, Robert, might be the very first time they've competed in national finals, competing there for their schools.
It certainly will be, probably for some of the 13-year-old lads and lasses that are here, and of course the 11, 12-year-olds, the primary school ones. For a lot of them that will be the case, so it's a big day out for them. It's a big day for the school as well. The school will be giving them plenty of credence for competing, and no doubt tweeting and putting it on their web pages.
Cal Barrett there from Hermitage there. A little bit of confusion over there. Oh, I'm not sure if this is quite the right result there. We thought it was Carol Barrett, Maxwell Cattermole and Craig Greenock. Top three swimmers there. Those guys have got their medals there. There's Craig Greenock. Here we are, the announcements have sorted themselves out. Carol Barrett, Maxwell Cattermole and Craig Greenock are the champions there. The medalist, Craig Greenock, winning that title in the 15-16 years age group. A little bit of technical gremlins slipping in there, Robert.
It looked that way, yeah. They hadn't quite updated the final result on that one. Hopefully they'll have this one spot on.
Here's the race we've just seen. James Collier from Queen Anne High School in Dunfermline taking that one. 18-year-old, the kill-winning high school swimmer Adam Kirkwood in the silver medal position. And it was a good swim from the Brannock swimmer Thomas Balfour. Our swimmer at North Lanarkshire area, Thomas Balfour, Brannock High School from Ewart Hill in North Lanarkshire. We're just not used to seeing these school names. We have to look at
we do,
look
yeah,
at our list.
We've got a big list, and it's unusual when we know that maybe they swim for East Kilbride or Bellshill or Warner or some of the clubs up north.
I'll keep you right on the Fife schools, Robert.
You will indeed, yeah, that's good. I'll try and do the same with the West Lothian ones.
James Collier there, Fife school medalist there, and know that Fife active schools have been watching us. A couple of tweets coming in, so they'll be proud that one of the Fife swimmers has hit the medal podium, as will all the areas, of course, in Scotland. Next one that we go on to is the 100 metres butterfly for girls 13, 14 years. Louise Bradley goes in 1 from Trinity, Ellie O'Reilly from Our Ladies in 2, Morgan Lister in 3 from Woodmill, Olivia Damasio from Dollan Academy in 4, Tony Shaw from Alvin School in lane 5, and Blythe Brown from the High School of Dundee in lane number 6. And
Tony Shaw, another one you know well.
I do, yeah. We saw Abby Kane, a Paralympian, of course, in a previous heat. Tony Shaw, 14 years of age this year, not a Paralympian but a member of the Scottish Disability National Squad, competed in the British Championships, of course, just in Manchester just before Christmas, set a new Scottish record in this event of 1:13.22, so one to watch out for Tony Shaw. She's up there just second from the top of your screen. We'll keep an eye on Tony Shaw's time as she comes into the closing stages. It looks like it is Olivia Damasio in lane number 4 and Morven Lister. We're going to fight this one out. Woodmill against Dollar Academy. It looks like Olivia Damasio may well just hold on to that advantage at the end, and the time for Olivia 109.73. She's in ahead of Morven Lister in 1:10.36, but the spin again, Robert.
Good, here the board has gone. Yeah. Olivia looks as though she's taken that, certainly ahead of Morven. She's been swimming pretty well at West Districts recently, the young lady who's just taken that heat. Just while we're waiting, we'll give you the boys' backstroke finalists. They are Travis Davey, Mackenzie Manwick, Fergus Curry, Elliot Rowe, Cameron Arthur and Blair Kennedy. We have 2 reserves, Charlie Gillespie and Owen Carroll. So in fact that will be Lewis Sutherland who won the second reserve spot.
We do have the result there, and it does look like, well, Tony Shaw not given the time there, so Tony Shaw has been disqualified in that one, so that's unfortunate for the Scottish Disability Squad swimmer there. Tony Shaw, a swimmer, just missing the lower part of her arm, just really missing a hand. Tony Shaw swims in the S10 classification for swimmers with a minimal physical impairment, so that's not good news for Tony. But
very disappointing. I'm sure she'll be a bit gutted that getting disqualified in that. But, she'll just have to put it behind her and get back in.
Well, nothing else for it. Swimmers clearing the water prior to the start of this next race. We've been seeing the over-the-top starts to try and save some time, of course. The swimmers exiting the water after the race has begun. But it looks like been told to exit the water here, so some sort of little bit of a delay before we get into the next event. Not sure exactly what's happening. Maybe these technical gremlins again trying to catch up.
Again, our referees will be wanting to confirm the result, confirm the disqualification, and that's probably just the slight delay before we get on to our next heat. They want to clear the previous heat. So in heat number 2 we have Lucy Grieve from Mar in 1, Evie Corrigan from Heriots in 2, Anna Schlesser, Veruri in 3, Maria Vesi, Bearsden Academy, and her sister Parnis in 5, Adele McDade from Mary Erskine in 6, and already in lane 3 Anna Schlesser, the 13-year-old from Inverurie, off to a cracking start. Maria Vesi in lane 4 chasing her, and it's between those two girls at the moment, the halfway mark. Anna Schlesser also well there, Eve Corrigan in lane 2, and in fact it's Eve and Lucy Grieve in 1, also not that far behind. Anna Schlesser coming down strongly in lane 3, she has about a metre advantage. Maria Vesi in 4 and Eve Corrigan in 2. It certainly looks like Anna Schlesser just prevailing down this final 15. It's Anna Schlesser, Maria Vesi and Eve Corrigan are coming down to the final 5. Anna Schlesser looks as though Eve Corrigan might just get second. Anna Schlesser takes this close for second. Oh! It on the glide there. Eve Corrigan was snatched out. You'll see it as we get down. Watch the monitor in 2. Anna Schlesser 106.94. 1:08.08 is Paria's time to take second, and 1:08.18 in third place Eve. That was a disappointing one for Eve. She just didn't get that final arm action over, so it gave Paria the advantage to get a good stroke in and snatch second place there, Paul.
Yeah, it couldn't have been much closer there at the end, just 1/10 of a second separating second and third position. And 1:08.08 and 1:08.18. No doubt about the winner, 1:06.94 for Anja Slesser. Takes that one.
All about getting it technically correct in butterfly. Very important you finish if you can with a full stroke. If you don't, then that half a second could cost you the medal, and that's what happened in that one. On to our girls 15-16 butterfly. Nicola Lees from Armadale in 1, Lindsay Jack from Selkirk in 2, Amy Richardson, Kelso in 3, Beth Gordon, Belmont in 4, Kiara Edwards from Alford in 5, and Emma Cool from West Hill in lane number 6. And in fact, lane 6 is an empty lane, so just the 5 girls off to a very good start. Lindsay Jack from Selkirk in lane 2. She's got about body length advantage over lane 1. Nicola Lees from Armadale, 30.93, 32.16. And coming down towards 25 to go. It's a very impressive swim here from Lindsay Jack, the borderer from Selkirk. She's gone further and further ahead, coming through strongly. Amy Richardson in lane 3. Teammates in the Borders swim team, and no doubt Lindsay's taking this. Good swim from her. Second place looks as though it's just going to be in lane 3. Amy Richardson touching out Nicola Lees. The winning time 1:07.44.
Yeah, good swim there. Lindsay Jack from Selkirk taking that one. The board again is gone blank there, Robert, so
well,
again we might have some issues here with the result, but we'll wait for confirmation of that. But a good swim nevertheless from Lindsay Jack there from Selkirk. Let's hope it's not her time that is affected.
Well, we do have technical infringement lane number 6, so doesn't affect our 1, 2, 3. Hopefully we won't have that in the next one. Looking forward to this one, Paul. Morven Scott, Nairn in 1, Kirsten Laurie, Dollar Academy in 2, Kiana McInnes for Hill in 3, Alex Bonner, Port Letham 4, Gaia Caras Aberdeen in 5, and Freya Thompson, Perth in 6. And certainly I don't know if anybody can challenge Kiana McInnes in lane 3, Paul. Let's see how you call this one home.
Well, Kiana McInnes, fantastic butterfly swimmer. She's been swimming fantastically over the last couple of years now, and we could well be on for a record time here for Kiana McInnes if she can just hit this one correctly. The record time for Kiana McInnes that she's got to aim for, stood since 2009, playing small, in 1:04.31. Well, Kiana McInnes now, it's going to be very tight here, but she does lead them out in lane number 3. Kiana McInnes just edging lane number 2. Kirsten Laurie also going well as Gaia Alcaraz in lane number 5. Into the final half length now. Kiana McInnes now really pushing home her advantage here as she comes into the last 15 metres. Kiana McInnes now, no one is going to touch her. Can she challenge the record time of 1:04.31? And it is Kiana McInnes has smashed the record. 1:02.14. A superb swim from Kiana McInnes again. She takes it. A clear victory for Kiana McInnes and a Scottish schools record ahead of Kirsten Laurie and ahead of Gaia Alcaraz. They're the silver and bronze medalists, but no doubt about the winner. Kiana McInnes takes it in a new Scottish schools record.
Well, no surprise there. Absolutely no surprise there, Paul, to see Kiana winning that. And fantastic 1:02.14. Credit to Kirsten Laurie, 1:05.33, and Gaia Alcaraz in third place. Certainly a very good swim from the Dollar Academy girl Kirsten Laurie to get second place. But, no doubt about the winner. On to our 17-year-olds, we have Rebecca Matheson, St Modens in 1, Jess Damon, Burramuir in 2, Megan Grant, Aqua Academy in 3, Robin Hill, DL in 4, Megan Slider from Queen Magnet in 5, and Caitlin Smith from Inver Almond in lane number 6. So we could have another interesting one here. This should be fairly tight, I suspect. Lane 3 and 4, Megan Grant and Robin Hill. Screen back on if you'd lost us a few moments ago. Lane 3 coming through very, very strongly here. Megan Grant, she's got about a 5 or 6 second advantage over the rest of the field on the entry times. And off the wall, it's certainly lane 3 with a massive advantage. Megan Grant looks very, very strong here, Paul. 25 to go, no doubt about who's going to take this. It's all about second place, and that looks to be Robin Hill in lane 4. Jess Damon coming through in 2 to challenge Megan Slider for that bronze. And no doubt about the winner. Megan Grant's going to take this. Jess Damon flying at the finish. She's going to get second in lane 2, and in lane 4, Robin Hill. And 105.67 is the winning time for Megan. Jess Damon 108.31 and 108.85 for Robin Hill.
Jess Damon just getting up there ahead of Robin Hill for second position, but again Megan Grant dominating that one. We've seen some very dominant swims here, some people swimming away from the rest in the field, some quality swimmers here on show at these Scottish Schools Championships. We saw Kiana McInnes, of course, that great record time, second record that we've seen today, and a few other close things as well.
Yeah, certainly Angus Allison and Douglas Kelly earlier on. That was a cracking race that we saw, and both boys swam exceptionally well. Very good times from them, and we've been pretty close to some other records. Katie Shannon and Lexi Waller not far off there either.
Looks like we are moving swiftly ahead to the 200 metres backstroke. I half expected to see some presentations there for the girls butterfly, but they are obviously coming after this 200 metres backstroke. Going to have to wait for those presentations a little bit longer. And this first heat of the 200 metres backstroke for boys 13-14 years. Sam Chittleborough goes for Edinburgh Academy in 1. Jake Kirkman for Moray Primary School in lane number 2. Thomas Coates goes in lane number 3 for Inveralmond. Ewan Houston from Paisley in lane number 4. Ewan Curry from Ellen Academy in lane number 5, and Ewan Dunce goes in the outside lane. West Lothian swimmer there, Ewan Dunce. So 3 Ewans in this one.
Yes. The moment they're a little bit out the picture. Lanes 3 and 2. Thomas Coates and Jake Kirkham. The head of proceedings. About half a body length advantage that Thomas Coates has. 1:14.72 at the halfway mark. So keep an eye on that time, that split, when we come to the next heat. And both those boys well clear of the rest of the field. The other 3 Ewans having a nice wee battle of their own over on the far side. Coming down towards the final 50. I hope the lads will be back in your screen very, very shortly. There we have them.
Final turn, and it is Coates there in lane number 3, Thomas Coates, the Inveralmond swimmer. He is beginning to be caught though by Jake Kirkman from Moray Primary School there in lane number 2. Coates is led right from the start here. Can he hold on to this advantage? Looks like he's just picked up as he came off that final turn there. And it does look like it is going to be Thomas Coates will take this one in lane number 3. beginning to re-establish that advantage that he had in the early stages, finishing really strongly there. Thomas Coates will take this one in 2:30.64. In the end, he won it by pretty much 3 seconds from lane number 2, Jake Kirkman from Murray Primary School. And Ewan Curry wins the Battle of the Ewans. He gets up into 3rd position in 2:37.29. So 2:30.64 is the target for the second and final heat, which is just about to come now. And you would expect these swimmers would go faster than that 2:30, but you never know.
You would hope so, Paul. Yeah. All in entry times sub 2:30. So it'll be interesting to see if they all do that. Jack Munsey in at 2:14.51, some 7 or so seconds ahead on entry time from Kerr Martin in lane 4. So we'll see how this one develops. In lane 1 we have Jamie Ferguson, Last Wade, Elliot Miller, Grangemouth, Jack Munsey from Kinross, Kerr Martin, Christon in 4, Sean Craig Mile from Ross High in 5, and Felix Hale from Trinity in lane number 6. And already in lane number 3, Jack Munsey, fastest on entry time, and he leads by about a metre or so. Lane 2, Elliot Miller from Grangemouth in 2nd, and over in lane number 5, Sean Craig Mile in 3rd place. So 32-22, virtually a second advantage. Very close for second and third at the moment. And already Jack has pulled 2 or 3 metres ahead. Elliot Miller in turn is about a body length ahead of Sean Craig Mile and Kerr Martin in 5 and 4. And at the halfway mark, 1:14.72 was the split for the previous heat. This is very much faster, 1:07.21. Elliot Miller 1:09.88, and even the boys in 3rd place 1:12, so they're well ahead of the split in the previous heat. As we come down with just over 75 to go.
Yeah, I wonder if it could be on for another record here. Jack Munsey from Kinross High School in lane number 3. The time that he's looking for this 13-14 years age group, 2:18.60, set back in 2008 by Andrew Arthur. So 2:18.60 is the target now, and well, it could be mighty close here for Jack Munsey. He leads them in lane number 2. Elliot Miller in 2nd position as they go into this final 50. Sean Craig Mile in 3rd position, but can Jack Munsey come back now in another record time here? There's no doubt that he's going to take the gold for Kinross High School. Let's have a look at the clock, 2:18.60. It's going to be very, very close indeed. It looks like it might just slip by now. It has just slipped by, but it's going to be a great win there for Jack Munsey from Kinross. 2nd position will just go to lane number 5, and that's Sean Craig Mile, who got up very, very late to just put Elliot Miller in lane number 2. But Jack Munsey, well, he just ran out of steam at the end. He was on record pace going through the halfway mark, but he managed to win that in a comfortable margin of almost 2 seconds in the end. Great swim from Jack Munsey.
A great swim. He was dying at the end of, as you say, Paul, and if we just had another 15 metres of water, would have been a very interesting finish. Sean Craig Mile finishing like a train to get up just to snatch 2nd place ahead of Elliot Miller. So good finish all round there, Paul.
That's good. Jack Munsey took it out hard but paid for that pace in the closing stages. Looks like he will take the gold in that one.
That looks as though they're not going to go ahead with the presentation. I think they're, well, not quite sure what's happening here, Paul, whether we're going to have the presentation that should have happened a moment ago, or we're back onto the swimming. I think it's back to presentations. Well, we're just waiting. I'll quickly give you the boys breaststroke finalists. They are Robson Miles, Douglas Calder, James Keane, Jamie Ritchie, Ryan Sandilands and Cameron McMillan, with Chester Henry and Conrad Slesser, the two reserves. And the girls are Sophie Bain, Katrina Stewart, Sashka Wade, Martha Reeves, Ines Donald and Sophie Truskowski. Abigail Porteous and Amy Bristow are the 2 reserves.
Well, that 2 100ths of a second, all important it was, wasn't it?
It was indeed, yep. That's what relegated Abigail into the reserve category. So on to the medalists.
Looks like this is the 13-14 years. It's the Anya Slesser taking the gold medal there for the 13-14 years 100 metres butterfly. Eve Corrigan the silver and Pariavesi the bronze medal. In fact, Pariavesi the silver and Eve Corrigan the bronze medal. My apologies. Sorry, Paria relegated you a position there. But these are the presentations we were expecting a little while ago.
They were indeed, yeah.
Flying by the seat of our pants here,
yeah.
Robert, but we can see what comes up next. It looks like it is the girls' 15-16 years presentation, and that was an excellent swim there from the winner of this one, Guy Alcaraz, taking the bronze medal. Kirsten Laurie had a very, very good finish to take the silver medal, but there was no doubt about the winner. It was the supreme butterfly specialist in a new Scottish Schools record. It was Kiana McInnes, and she absolutely destroyed that record.
Yeah, she went out very fast and just as usual kept it going strongly down that second 50, 102.14. Over 2 seconds off the record. It didn't just break it, she shattered it.
And that record stood, it was held by Blaine Small from my old school, Glenwood High School in Glenrothes. And that stood since 2009, but it's been wiped off the record books now by Kiana McInnes. Always nice to get my old school a mention.
It's good to do that, yeah. I don't think my school's down there at all, so I won't be mentioning it, Paul.
That's it, presentation I think, so 17-19 years, there we are. Bronze medalist Robin Hill from BL, Jessica Damon, the silver medalist from Boroughmuir, Megan Grant, again another dominant performance there, swimmer well ahead of her competitors there. Mackey Academy's Megan Grant takes the gold medal.
It'll be interesting to see if Jess Damon's back on the podium later on. The 200 back, if that's the second event that girl's doing. She won the snags back in April, the 200, but back to the pool, and we're still on backstroke, but it's the boys 200 back, 15-16 year olds. Andrew Arthur, Ellen in 1. Alex Beveridge from Oldmacher in 2, Conor Logan, Ross Hall in 3, George Cowan Arbroath in 4, Angus Rutherford Heriots in 5, and Liam McLaughlin from Gillespie's in 6. The 2 outside lanes are 15-year-olds. The other lads are all 16. In fact, we have an empty lane in lane number 4. So George Cowan is a no-show. 33-35. Andrew Arthur turns first. So all these lads in sort of the 220 range. So important to try and get pretty close to that time. Set a target for the lads coming up in the next one. So at the halfway mark, looks like lane 3, Conor Logan with a slight advantage over Liam McLaughlin and Angus Rutherford, 109.21, 109.98 and 110.10. So just about a second between those 3.
Yeah, good contest there between the top, certainly the 3 swimmers very close there. The swimmers at the top of your screen there in lanes 5 and 6. Angus Rutherford and Liam McLaughlin testing very well with Conor Logan in the centre lanes. It's not all over by any means. Conor Logan there from Rossall Academy holding on to the lead, but it's a slender lead now as they come into the final turn. It looks like Angus Rutherford pulling back now, almost on level terms with Conor Logan in lane number 3. It's going to be an interesting finish, this one, as they're coming into the final 50 here. Entry times for Conor Logan 2:16.49 and Angus Rutherford a further 3 seconds behind in 2:19.62, but it does look like Rutherford is getting the very slight edge here as they come under the flags into the red zone here, into the last 5 metres. It does look like Angus Rutherford from Heriots will take this one in a time of 2:22.01 ahead of lane number 3, Conor Logan, 2:22.78. So good finish there from Angus Rutherford for Heriots in lane number 5 to take that one ahead of Conor Logan, who led for a large part of that race, Robert.
Yeah, nice swim there from Angus to come through and take that in the final 50. Always important just to pace your race, get yourself into a good position, and then go for it in the last 50. Keep enough in the tank, and he certainly did enough to do that.
Second heat now, behind the blocks now. We have Lee Rosie from Mackie Academy, Ryan Robertson from Glasgow, Ian Lovey from Mintlaw, Keir Edgar from Dollar Academy, Logan Easton from Beaconhurst, and Callum Chittleborough from Edinburgh Academy. Well, this is the second of the 2 heats. This is likely where the medals will be decided from. Ian Lovey will be the pre-race favourite in 2:10.24, and Keir Edgar, well, he also may feature in 2:12.16. The record stands at 2:12.27, so that may well be under threat, Robert, by these swimmers as they come to the 50-metre mark. It does look like lane number 4 has the lead, 30.80, and that's Keir Edgar from Dollar Academy. We'll keep an eye on the clock now as they come down towards the halfway mark in this race. It does look like Keir Edgar has just got the advantage there over lane number 3, and that's Ian Lovey, but Keir Edgar with that advantage as they go through the halfway mark. It could be a very interesting race here. No one really out of contention at the moment in the centre lanes.
Well, the question is, Keir got enough in the tank for the final 100. He's gone off very strongly in that first 100. He's got over a second advantage over Ian Lovey, who at the moment looks as though he's the only one that is likely to challenge on lane 5. Logan Easton not out of it either. However, Keir Edgar looks as though he's gone for home here with just over 50 to go. Don't see that, certainly the record I don't see being under threat. It's all about winning, and Dollar Academy man is certainly doing his bit here. 1:38.66, almost 3 seconds ahead of Ian Lovey and Logan Easton, and it's all about second place. Keir Edgar looks as though he's going to take this by a mile. Ian Lovey in second and Logan Easton third. No doubt about the winner of this one, Paul. Almost from start to finish, Keir Edgar's dominated this one. Ian Lovey looks good for second. It's going to be close for third. Maybe Ryan Robertson might get up for third, but this is the winning time, 2:13.23, 2:15.89 for Ian Lovey, and Ryan Robertson did indeed just get up in 2:16.99 ahead of Logan Easton, 2:17.23 to take third place. But that was a super swim there from Keir Edgar, Dollar Academy. He'll be pleased with that.
And in the end, he was less than a second outside that record, 2:12.27. So just 0.94 of a second, 0.96 of a second outside that record mark. So great swim there from the winner of that one, Keir Edgar. Ian Lovey in second, and Ryan Robertson in that close contest for third position.
Craig McLean holds that record, and Craig McLean, a very, very accomplished swimmer, is in the Scotland squad. A few years older. So nearly took that record there, Paul. So that's a cracking swim from Keir there. Now on to our 17 and overs. Charlie Smith from North Berwick in lane 1. James Collier, Queen Anne in 2. Finlay Deans, North East of Scotland College in 3. Joe Watt, Glasgow School Sport in lane 4. Kyle Pate, Lochgelly in 5. Over in 5, Paul. And in 6, Lewis McLeod from Stranraer in lane number 6. So lane 4, 31.81. Joe Watt just leads Charlie Smith by 900ths, and Finlay Deans 31.94. So it's all very tight. Two centre lanes, well there, as is in lane 1 Charlie Smith. He's a senior member at 19 from North Berwick High. The two middle lanes just beginning to pull ahead, as you would expect on the seedings. Finlay Deans in 3 and Joe Watt in 4. Little between those two, it looks as though Joe Watt in 4, 106.31, 106.44, 1300s in it, Paul. And over in lane 1, still Charlie Smith, so that might be where our medals come from.
Well, it looks like Finlay Deans has probably got a little bit left in the tank here, as he went through halfway. Very, very close contest with Joe Watt, but Finlay Deans just stretching away now. And in terms of the entry times, you would expect him to have that little bit of an advantage over the rest of the field, but he's not quite been as dominant as I thought he might be. So Finlay Deans still under threat from Joe Watt here. The Glasgow swimmer, this record held again by Craig McLean as he moves up through the age groups. He holds the records 15-16 and also 17-19, but that's not going to go today. What is going to go though is a gold and silver medalist, and it is Finlay Deans now just putting the pressure on, just staying ahead of Joe Watt. You'll be able to see his rival right next to him, and Finlay Deans making sure of this one, making sure that he is going to be the Brodies Scottish School Champion of 2017. Finlay Deans will take this one in 2:13.01. It's 2:13.85 for Joe Watt in second position, and in third place, well, it was Kyle Pate, the Fife swimmer, in 2:16.79. He takes third place, just ahead of Charlie Smith there in lane number 1.
Finlay Deans probably just doing enough to win that one there, Paul. May not working quite as hard as you would have expected. You would have expected him to dominate that one, as you say, but probably just doing enough to shade off that late fight back from Joe Watt.
I suppose that's the advantage of the backstroke. You can see the people beside you and just fend them off if you have the energy and the skills to do so.
Yeah, very much so.
Not that I ever could claim to have that skill on backstroke, but it's nice if you have it.
Yeah.
Finlay Deans obviously did enough to win that. He'll be pleased to get that gold medal in the bag. He was a pre-race favourite, and he lived up to that billing. And Joe Watt, good swim there, challenged the favourite, Finlay Deans.
He was there or thereabouts throughout, and on to presentations again. So
great swim from Jack Munsey from Kinross there. He's holding on at the front, Sean Craig Mile. Here's Jack Munsey taking that one. He took it out fast. We thought he was on record pace for a little while.
Yeah, but probably just did too much early on. Didn't save himself. But still be pleased that he's at the top of that podium there.
Absolutely.
Miller and Sean Craig Mile either side of him.
Yeah, good swim there for Jack Munsey. Made sure of that victory, as you said, Robert. Gold medal for Jack Munsey of Kinross High School.
Sometimes it's a bonus for some of these lads, even just getting a third place. They'll be delighted to get onto that podium. So it's a big achievement for a lot of these swimmers to be here representing their school and getting into a medal position. On to 15-16-year-olds. Ryan Robertson from Glasgow School of Sport, bronze medalist. Ian Lovey from Mint Law, silver medalist, and our Brodies 2017 champion from Dollan Academy, super swim from Keir Edgar. Ready for the photo shoot again. And the last presentation for the swimmers from our secondary schools, 17 overs. Bronze medalist from Lochgelly is Kyle Pate.
See the Fifers get on the medal podium again.
It's good to see that, Paul. Second place, Joe Watt from Glasgow School of Sport, our silver medalist and our gold medalist, and Brodies 2017 Scottish Schools champion from North East Scotland College is Finlay Deans. That concludes the presentations for our secondary schools. We then move on to the finals now. This is the girls 50 metres backstroke. Logan Colville is in 1. Ella Stevenson 2, Rachel Saunders in 3, Abby Armstrong in 4, Eva J. Clark in 5, and Weavers in 6. In the middle lanes, Abby Armstrong in 4, off to a very good start. Rachel Saunders in 3. It looks as though it's between those two. Abby Armstrong, Rachel Saunders, very close for third. Eva J. Clark in 5, but Rachel Saunders coming through strongly in lane 3. Lane 4, Abby Armstrong, it's Rachel Saunders. Abby Armstrong very close for third place. Was indeed Eva J. Clark who takes third place, 35.42. The winning time, 35.85 for Abby, and Evie, 36.69.
Well, it was a very good finish there, wasn't it, Rachel Saunders?
Yeah, very strong finish there from Rachel indeed, Paul.
And she takes that one ahead of Abby Armstrong in just a tenth of a second there, claiming that bronze medal position between bronze medal and fourth place. Well, it's the boys' race now. Cameron Arthur in lane number 1, Fergus Curry in 2, Travis Davey in 3, Mackenzie Marwick in 4, Elliot Rowe in 5, and Blair Kennedy in lane number 6. This is the 12 and under 50 metres backstroke final. Mackenzie Marwick off to a good start, and Travis Davey in lane 3 also now pushing for that. Elliot Rowe as well in contention. It does look like Travis Davey in lane number 3, maybe with a slight edge here as they come into the last 15 metres. It is very, very close indeed. Travis Davey in 3, Mackenzie Marwick in 4, also going well in 2 is Fergus Curry, and it's very close indeed at the finish, and it is lane 3 will take it in 36.04. It's Travis Davey who takes it ahead of Elliot Rowe, just 0.3 of a second behind, and Fergus Curry in third position. But well, very, very tight finish there.
That was some finish there, Paul. I actually thought lane 5 was going to get up to take that one. But a very, very strong finish there in lane number 3 from Travis.
Well, 36.04 was the winning time.
On to the next one, which is the boys' breaststroke. Robson Miles in 1, Douglas Calder 2, James Keane 3, Jamie Ritchie 4, Ryan Sandlands 5, and Cameron McMillan in lane number 6. Very good start in lane number 4. Jamie Ritchie. This is another tight one. Jamie Ritchie, James Keane in lane number 3, and also Douglas Calder in 2. It's Jamie Ritchie, James Keane, Douglas Calder. That looks like it might be our 1, 2, 3. It's Jamie Ritchie, James Keane fighting strongly, as is Douglas Calder. It's Jamie and James. Douglas Calder finishing very strongly in 2. Douglas Calder might just get up to take it. He doesn't know. I think Jamie's just going to hold him. Oh, the board has actually shown lane 2. I'm not sure about that. Jamie Ritchie, I think, just touched off Douglas Calder and James Keane, but the board has again gone blank, Paul. That was another cracking finish.
Was indeed, yes. A really, really close finish there. I'm not sure who got that one at all. Douglas Calder was coming through really strongly in lane number 2.
He was flying at the death there. The last 10 metres he really picked up the pace, and I thought he was just going to get up to do it, but we'll just get that confirmed in a little minute. I'll just quickly give you the girls who are just about ready to go. In 1, we've got Sophie Bain, Katrina Stewart in 2, Sashka Wade in 3, Martha Reeves in 4, Ines Donald in 5, and Sophie Juskowski in lane 6. Let's see if you've got an exciting finish to call to finish the proceedings this morning, Paul. That one's coming up very shortly, but slight delay. Our officials having to confirm that one. Maybe the electronics have gone to pot again.
Well, we'll see. It did look like a very tight finish, Robert. If you saw it correctly,
I did call that right. Lane 2 did get up to take that, but it was a dead heat, 38-20. That's nice to see that, Paul, when you get a dead heat. Both these lads will be chuffed to bits.
The first dead heat that we have seen at these championships. They're a little bit unusual, but they're not unheard of. Dead heats in swimming races, if you're level to exactly to the 100th, then it is a dead heat there, and that was a great contest. Let's see what we can get in this one. Just Robert, the lineup for this one: Sophie Bain, Katrina Stewart, Sashka Wade, Martha Reeves, Ines Donald, Sophie Juskowski. Well, 50 breaststroke for the girls 12 and under is the final race that we have this morning in this session. Good start there for Sashka Wade. She will be very much the favourite for this one. She had an advantage in qualifying for around about 1.5 seconds. She looks like she is living up to that early billing here. 37.88. The record stands at 37.06, which has stood since the year 2000, so a long-standing record here. Can Sashka Wade challenge that one? No doubt about who's going to win the gold medal. It's going to be Sashka Wade will take this one. Sashka Wade takes it in 37.78. Great swim there from Sashka Wade. She improves her heat time, not quite a record time, but the gold medal goes to Sashka Wade from Glasgow Academy. The silver to lane number 2 is Katrina Stewart there, and the bronze to lane number 5. Ines Donald takes the final bronze medal of this morning's session. But nice way to finish there. A good swim there from Sashka Wade, the favourite for that one.
Yeah, she has been swimming very, very well, this young girl, in the last year at the districts, dominating a lot of events. Swims for the city of Glasgow. And they're Ian Wright, so they're developing some good young swimmers. We'll have probably the pleasure of Serena Guaram in either afternoon or evening sessions. I'm not sure if Anna Fleming is taking part. She again, City Glasgow, 17-year-old. So I suspect she'll be doing some freestyle or butterfly later on. Maybe even a 200 IM. That concludes all our swimming. We just have some presentations to follow. So
presentations now. It's the 50 metres backstroke for the 12 years and under girls. Just making their way out to the medal podium. These presentations will be the final action of this morning's session. Hopefully that's whetted your appetite for the sessions to come later on this afternoon and this evening. And there are the medalists there. Evie J. Clark taking the bronze medal. Abby Armstrong from Eastern Primary School taking the silver medal. In fact, it was Ella Stevenson, apologies, in bronze medal position. Rachel Saunders taking the gold medal for Watsons. So Ella Stevenson, Abby Armstrong and Rachel Saunders are the medalists there. Ellie Stevenson just taking that bronze medal from Evie J. Clark by 1/10 of a second. So that important touch there. So well done to the girls there. Ella Stevenson the bronze, Abby Armstrong the silver, Rachel Saunders the gold medalist in that girls 12 years and under. Boys making their way onto the podium, and another very, very tight race as well, as we see in all these 50 metre events. Fergus Curry from Glasgow in lane 13, third position there, bronze medal for him, and Elliot Rowe from Durris Primary in silver medal position, but Travis Davey from Inchture taking the gold, taking the Scottish Schools title 2017. He's the gold medalist, the Inchure swimmer, Travis Davey.
And again, just 0.1 of a second between second and fourth place, so yeah, very important for these lads as they develop their swimming careers. Hopefully just to practice finishing as strongly as they can, because that 0.1 of a second is the difference between second and fourth, all very important, Paul.
Absolutely, it makes fine margins, make huge differences here, and well, we can see two absolutely delighted gold medalists sharing the gold medal spot there. James Keane is the bronze medalist, but in equal first position, it was 38.20 was the time. It was Douglas Calder and Jamie Ritchie, and that was a good spot, Robert, there. You thought it was very, very close at the end, but it was just too close to call. Absolutely together, dead heat.
Yeah, it's not often I get to call it correctly, but you know, you've almost got to be on the line to get it spot on, and even the referees don't always get it spot on. Nice to see two lads getting gold medals.
Both very happy with their performances there. They've done what they set out to achieve. Gold medalists at the Brodies Scottish Schools Championships 2000.
And incidentally, Douglas just did exactly the same as his older sister, who won the freestyle, I think it was 3 years ago, coincidentally, in this pool. So, family double. Another bit of useless information I throw in there, Paul.
It's all good stuff, Robert. Ennis Donald, bronze medalist there for the final presentation. That's the girls 50 metres breaststroke. Silver medal, Tuna Stewart from Colgrane, and the final champion of this morning's session from Glasgow Academy, improving on her heat time. Saskia Wade takes it in 37.78, less than a second outside that Scottish record, which has stood since the year 2000. So very, very close to that Scottish record. It's, just outside, but a gold medal for Saskia Wade from Glasgow Academy. Well, that's the final action of this morning's session. We hope you've enjoyed your time. It's been thick and fast. Thanks very much, Robert, for your company this morning. We will be back at some point during the day. The next session starts at around about 1:15, so we will be back with you just before 1:15 local time here in East Kilbride. The sun is shining through the big glass windows here at the East Kilbride pool, so thanks very much for your company this morning. Look forward to seeing you all back again at 1:15 for session number 2.
Thank you, Paul, and goodbye everyone. We'll hopefully join you soon.
Session 2, as you can see, begins at 13:15. Keep those tweets coming. Hashtag SSS17.